a Tennessee thing. Well, I'm holding on.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Sam Beard, and Bad News Bubba. Happy Tuesday morning to you, July 21st. I will say that is one of the big differences with the desk being pushed back. Is I can no longer see the clock. Not that it really matters, because of, sometimes it'd be like 5 or 6 minutes fast. It did give me at least a little bit of an idea. It was nice to be able to see, but it was always nice to be able to see, like, for the date.
Could we just put the clock in that room now?
Yeah, you probably could put it right here at the bottom of something. You probably could.
Or we put it like right above our heads back here on this wall.
Probably not going to do that.
Okay.
Just because, like, wires and stuff, Bubba.
I liked your wall clock idea, Bubba.
Thank you.
Probably not going to do that. Although he could. I mean, I guess. You're in charge of figuring it out. Because I can't see it anymore. Got to lean up. All I can see now is it says Tuesday, which is what I kind of.
It's accurate.
Well, it is kind of what I choked on. I was trying to think of what day of the week it was.
You only got, 7 to pick from.
That is true. I did have a 1 and. What is 1 out of 7? Is that like a bit? No. 13% chance?
What'd you just say?
What is 1 out of 7, like decimal wise, like percentage wise?
That's actually pretty good.
I was going to say I would have guessed like
according to my
14.
calculator, it is 14.3% rounded up.
I don't know if I'd say it was good or not. I mean,
if you were 1 point,
yeah,
3% off.
Yeah, I mean, it was just quick math. It was just quick math, guys. So don't judge me if it was wrong. Is 1 out of 6? I guess is that 16%? Like the 16%? It's not 15. So 16, 16 and a half, something like that. I slept terribly last night.
Did you do the hack of sleeping at the bare minimum with a fan?
It wasn't that I couldn't fall asleep. It's that my damn dog. No, my damn dog. Shout out to Frank if he's listening. No, it was a cute thing because he hasn't felt good. So when he hasn't felt good, he's like slept at the foot of the bed for the most part. My old lady was out of town all weekend, so he didn't really he definitely slept on the foot of the bed. So I had the whole bed to myself. Well, now she's back. She takes up half the damn bed, and Frank crawled in between us. And I was like, oh, okay, nice. He feels a little bit better. But then as the night progressed, he kept coming to my side. And I didn't want to mess him up because I felt a little nostalgic. We don't really sleep the way we used to a long time ago, where he was always kind of on my hip, kind of right there on my shoulder. Just wanted contact. So I ended up with my shoulder, my arm, to make room because he was knocking me off the bed. I had to raise my arm to kind of fit in. And now my shoulder is absolutely jacked.
There's nothing worse than getting pushed off the bed.
Yeah.
Especially in your case. You're a king man, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
I might as well.
You slept on a single bed last night.
I'd have been better off sleeping in a twin size bed by myself than what I do every night. But I got up and got back in bed at some point, and I just lay at the foot of the bed instead. I gave him the spot and just laid down at the foot of the bed. Because there's no room up there, and I didn't want to move him because, like I say, he's not feeling well. So I'm trying to be a nice human.
How long did you sleep at the foot of the bed?
It wasn't super long,
like 5 a.m. to when you woke up?
not even that long. Probably it's like 6 to like 7, 6:30 to maybe it was like 6:45 to 7:15 or something like that. I don't know, but
the head of the bed's pretty comfortable to lay on.
Yeah, and I need to probably flip my mattress. That was kind of what I took away from that. Is I haven't flipped my mattress in a long time.
What is the recommended?
It used to differ. I don't know what it used to be. I don't know if it was every 3 months or every 6 months, or I feel like the memory foam stuff kind of changed that a little bit, and the both sides of the mattress. I don't know. I feel like the mattress I have, they said it's not as necessary to flip. But even after that, I haven't flipped it in like a couple of years, and like my body definitely sinks into it.
I was just saying, I might be due for that myself.
Yeah, which is comfy, but at the same time, sometimes it hurts my back. So like I probably do sleeping out at the foot of the bed. I was like, wow, this is how the mattress is supposed to feel.
Form fitting.
Yeah, I need to flip that. It wasn't broken down. It fit. It felt nice. How are you guys today, Sam? What's up?
Doing pretty good. Not a ton to report. Watched a decent amount of Cam Ward propaganda on YouTube yesterday.
Okay,
getting excited for football season.
So not the Netflix quarterback.
No.
I gave up on that. I didn't make it to the end.
I watched like his YouTube channel where he's down in Miami training with Carnell Tate and Wan'Dale Robinson and all the guys, and then I watched him on he did a couple like podcast appearances, I guess, when he went to that Fanatics Fest or something like that. But he was on with like I think it was Joe Hayden and James Harrison. So yeah, I mean, I was just kind of listening to some of his stuff, watched a little bit of YouTube golf, made some trivia, ate a little dinner, went on a walk. That's about it.
Nice. Love that for you.
What are we doing for trivia, by the way? Are we doing another listener?
Yeah, if we can. If we can get a listener on the line. I mean, unless Bubba wants to square dance.
Dusting off these boots.
Maybe I'll bring William in. You guys can square dance because he can do the sports and stuff, and you can do the sports, and then he can do. I don't think William knows anything except sports and Marvel. Bubba, you got a wide
gluten-free snack.
You got a wide-ranging weird thing. Maybe you guys can team up.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna be called the Tower of Power. So
yeah. Trivia is on life support without Cody.
Yeah, or we're gonna be called Willy Wonka.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out.
What if we made Cody make our trivia for us?
He's not gonna do anything.
He didn't make it whenever he was here,
yeah,
Sam.
He's not gonna do anything.
He was playing.
He's not gonna do anything. We can't rely on him.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, I'll stick around. Oh yeah, I'll try. Yeah, we're not ever gonna see Cody again. I'll be surprised.
Yeah. We lose to Georgia Tech in football. We might not even see him at a tailgate.
That's true. Bubba, you good over there?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two thoughts that's been running through my mind. And that is one, like, even though this is really bad facial hair, I can't bring myself to cut it because it represents like a passage of time. And it kind of makes me sad. It's like I want to cut this, but also like this has been the past like 4 months of my life just on my face.
I mean, that's every time you get a haircut, brother.
Oh, yeah.
You still get the top of your haircut, don't you?
It's been a couple months for me.
Are you just never going to cut it either because it represents the passage?
No, I'm
going
to cut the hair.
Well, how's that any different?
But then I think about hairstyles, and it's like, what would look best this week?
Yeah.
Or
how much of your desire to keep growing the beard stems from seeing this dude caddying at the Open this past weekend too?
I mean, he looked pretty good, so it kind of inspired me a lot.
Did you see that dude's caddy with the Santa Claus beard?
I don't think I did.
It just doesn't look real. It looks like a clip-on beard.
He looked like he should have just been at like Woodstock instead of caddying at the Open.
Who was he caddying for?
The Lucas Herbert guy. He was just this old man with a white beard.
Oh, I did see this guy.
Wore like the circle glasses.
Yeah. Because I felt
sunglasses and big Jordans.
I saw him on Saturday because Lucas Herbert was kind of blowing the lead.
Yeah.
And I was like, no wonder he's blowing the lead because look who his caddy is. This is basically like when Happy Gilmore has to get the homeless guy to come and he's eating the crackers and washing his underwear in the ball wash. Yeah. I did think that.
That guy hadn't. He said he hadn't cut his beard in 10 years since he quit playing professional golf himself.
It represents a passage of time.
Yeah, it does.
Every day since he had quit professional golf, it checks out. But no, it's funny. I do remember that guy now because it's like Justin Herbert has zero chance of winning because you can't win. It's how I felt 2 weeks ago with Aaron Wise on the loser tour. Whenever I had a bet on him at like 60-1, and he was like in the lead on Sunday, I was like, let's go. And then I'm watching. It's the first time I'd ever watched Aaron Wise golf because he's never on TV. And I see that his wife was his caddy, and I said, "Oh, I'm cooked." I was like, "There's zero chance a guy with his wife as a caddy is winning. Like that's just not happening."
Dragging his spouse around the country. Hey, put this bag on your shoulders and let me walk 18.
And I was like, and it's like she's trying to learn how to do it. So it's like I was like, maybe she's a golf prodigy, you know, maybe she was like some natural, some stud that knows the game. It's like, no, she's trying to figure this out. And I'm like, this relationship, this couple has decided he doesn't make enough money golfing to give 15% to the caddy, so she's just going to do it so they can keep all the money in house. And I was like, he's cooked. There's zero chance he's going to win. Now he did finish second. It was just a shot off. You know, he came close to birding a couple of those holes down the stretch to tie it, but needless to say, he did not win. So, yeah, the caddy can make you feel good or make you feel bad. Bubba, if you were going to change your facial hair, would you just shave it all off or trim it, or what would you do?
Let's dye it.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that's not a bad pit. That's not a bad call.
I've been tempted to just kind of like trim it up, but it's still like the Mennonite looking, you know, look, I guess. Amish, I can't be doing that just because of the way it grows. So I think it'd look pretty goofy if I try to do that. I can't get rid of this little ungrowing stash that I have just because of pride at this point.
Yeah.
Hair, tempted to buzz it, but
I was thinking about you buzzing it.
then I have to like let it grow all the way back.
You got such a small head, though, that I'm not sure how it would look.
Okay.
Well, I just mean, like,
I don't. You don't have to elaborate.
I mean, you got a small head. We talked about on your hat size.
We have, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying it would look bad. I'm just saying I don't know how it would look.
I'm just gonna start wearing masks every day.
It might look good, Bubba. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just saying I don't know. Have you ever buzzed your hair before?
I used to, but then it's
Like way back in the day?
yeah.
Like in high school or before then?
I think it stopped in high school.
Yeah.
Because it's like the moment I started like being responsible for my own haircuts instead of having mom just buzz me in the backyard.
Oh, see, I figured it'd be the opposite. The moment you were responsible for yourself, you didn't want to pay $20 anymore. You're like, because I was kind of like, oh, you know, I'm paying $20 and this haircut it's starting to fade. I might as well just buzz it and get it over with.
Nah, I went through a phase because it's like in high school, I ended up befriending this guy who would just like cut hair out on his front porch.
Yeah.
And then I did that all throughout college. And then at some point I was like, I'm going to start going to salons now. So I am a big salon guy because I like getting balayage and,
sure,
you know, the highlights in the hair.
You don't really seem like a salon guy, but I'm glad that you do something to pamper yourself.
Yeah,
you're a hardworking man. You deserve to.
It feels good, you know.
Yeah,
the women smell nice in there. Sure. It's a very calming environment.
I miss it.
They give me gossip. Like,
I never really got to go to the salons, but like I went to like a local one in like Athens growing up, and I had one woman that always cut my hair, and I loved it. Like she'd scratch my head.
Yeah, that's my
me.
favorite part. Like they're sitting there, and it's like the water's running. They got shampoo in my hair, and they're just massaging my scalp a little bit. Yeah. And then she's like, "Yeah, so I can't believe she said that to her boyfriend." And I was like, "Dude, that's so crazy."
She'd back up, look at the mirror, and scratch my head at the same time. You like it? And I'd be like, no, keep going. Just to stay there longer.
And then a lot of times, you know, they are attractive. And it's like when
this one was cute.
You know,
too.
they got to position their arm.
Cute but
like,
approachable.
Whoa.
Cute but approachable.
I've never
been married.
I think my mom's the only woman that's really cut my hair.
Really? Like, what about now? You go home and get your hair cut now? Like when it's time for a haircut?
No, I mean, I got a place here that I get a haircut.
But it's all from a man. Oh, okay. My bad.
I can take you to some places, Sam.
I might need to go to a salon maybe for my next one.
I hope your girlfriend's not listening.
I can take her there too.
I loved getting a haircut by a woman. Yeah, I was sad whenever the haircut stopped because I did like that, like 20 minutes of it. It wasn't necessarily a massage, but it felt nice.
I did have to stop going to a place though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this girl who
they said creep alert.
Nope.
Creep alert.
Almost.
Code Clipper. Code Clipper.
Very, very nice.
Cut this guy out of here.
Very nice girl with a great personality. Just would not accept my Instagram follow request. And I was like, I am too embarrassed to show up ever again.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that was dangerous. Did you just like look her up on Instagram?
Yeah, but so like we met her previously out a night out like in the town.
Okay. You met previously before she cut your hair or after she had started cutting your hair?
Before.
Okay.
Because like we learned what she did, you know, and then it was like all that stuff. And then I went to this place and it's like, oh wait, she looks like that girl that we met that one night out. And I
so
was like, let me go.
You were stalking her, and you went,
Absolutely.
So you knew she cut hair there, so you went to get a haircut there. So she was creeped out by you. She's like, this is one guy I talked to one night, and now he's showing up at my work, and now he's trying to follow me on Instagram.
Then I kept seeing her on the apps, and then she kept swiping left. So it's like
swiping left. Is that the good one or the bad one?
That's the bad one.
Okay. Yeah, Bubba. I feel like she was trying to let you down easy, but you just kept showing up at her work. I understand why she got a little uncomfortable there.
Well,
do you still go to the same specific person?
Yeah, but no.
Because I'm always interested by the psychology. Like, men find one person to cut their hair and will die with that.
Like
person,
there's a guy in Carnes. I like going to his place just because like his layout. It's very nostalgic. He has like lots of old timey like wrestling stuff and football and just comic book and just like this is like a mixture of being a kid with the man cave money, you know.
Women, I feel like, will just go to any salon and be like, oh yeah, I need this, this, and this, and they just roll with it.
Interesting.
And then there's a guy in Oak Ridge. It's like he's really cool because he has all these tattoos and his environment's like a punk scene. I'm like, I feel fine in this place.
I don't know if I agree with the woman take. I feel like they go to the same people as well, but it could just be anecdotal because the women in my life kind of always have. Plus, like, Rachel will go to a friend of ours, cuts hair now. Like, she cuts hair and styles hair. I mean, she's really good at it. She's booked and, she's not doing it like out of her, just on her spare time. It's like her career. But, she'll go there pretty much every time now and like pay a bunch of money to go there.
Yeah,
she's not giving her a friend discount, but she still goes there, and it's because she likes it and it looks good and the support, and they get to catch up and friends. But like, because like she could easily go somewhere else and save money, but she's got loyalty to her friends.
That's why I stopped going to my friend's sister. She wouldn't give me a discount.
Yeah.
I've gone to one place ever since I've gone to school here.
Well, I'm not saying guys don't do that.
There's only one place I go to back in Nashville.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't really get my hair cut in Nashville anymore.
Now, I wasn't really an adult at this time. I was still like in high school. But when I would go to one place, I would hope that my girl would be like available for me and get me. But like there would be times where she'd be busy or not there, and I had to go to somebody else. I'd go to the same establishment, but it was kind of a spin of the wheel on who you were going to get. There'd be like 3 or 4 options, and they'd be like, oh, yeah, just come on back. Or you can wait if you want. And if you wanted to wait, you'd wait. But I'd typically just be like, all right, I'm just going to go back there now and get it done.
My barber in town's he's also a big Titans guy, Vols guy.
No, that's cool.
Likes UFC. We just talk all 3 of those within one haircut, and bada bing, we're out.
Yeah. No, I get it for sure. It's nice to feel comfortable with somebody. Because there would be times when I'd get a haircut of somebody new, and I just wouldn't want to talk to them. I'd be like, let's just keep it quiet. Like, let's just get this over with. I don't like forced chit-chat.
I love being silent during haircuts and just things like that.
It's got to be comfortable chit-chat. Otherwise, I just want to like close my eyes and just listen to the clippers, listen to the scissors. But I don't get that feeling anymore. I got this handheld thing that I just got to like circle, like just go in circles in my head, which it is nice. My mom got me that for like my birthday or Christmas a couple years ago. There's no cleanup, which is nice.
That makes me pucker a little bit. Does that not like just absolutely nick you anywhere?
No, it's got like the safeties. I mean, the technology on it is kind of nice because it's not stiff. It molds to your head. So if you go like in circles, it just stays smooth on your head and just cuts the hair and sucks it up. It all goes into the thing.
I think I have this thing that you're talking about.
So there's no mess.
You click the little top and then it just.
I don't have to click anything. I just get it. Now they do have a guard on it if you want a guard, but I don't put a guard on it because I just go close shaven. But it's just a little circle handheld thing, and I just roll it around my head. You could theoretically do it like while you're walking outside or driving. One of my buddies does it while driving. Says he does it every morning. I just cut mine about once a week. He says he does his every day. He wants a fresh shaved every day, and he's just like, I do it on the way to work. Just no mess in the truck. And then eventually, you got to open the top, and
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay. You got to open the top. Yeah. Get the hair out. Sorry. Yeah.
The one that I've got.
Why do you have one for your face?
Yeah.
Okay.
The little clip thing, just like the blades or whatever. It's almost just like a little top layer, and then you just hit a little button and it pops, and you just dump it into the sink.
I'll send you a picture of what I'm talking about because I don't think we're talking about the exact same thing. You shave your face every day?
No, I mean, not every day.
I was going to say you keep it pretty close. I never really seen you with much stubble or anything. All right, and that was talking men's hygiene with John, Sam, and Bubba. We'll talk some Tennessee coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. You know the dealio. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. Drink it responsibly. Support the people who support us. Shout out to our boys over at Cherokee Distributing. Josh Heupel, SEC Media Days came and went. Sam, I know you usually get annoyed listening to Josh speak. Did anything he said yesterday raise any eyebrows, either good or bad? Did you think it was the same old not going to say anything at all approach mentality? I will say
I thought he sounded better on the mic.
I will say, first and foremost, I thought he looked better.
I did, yeah. Todd and I were talking about that yesterday.
Yep.
Looks a little cleaner.
Cleaner.
I think he's getting on that Derek Owens strength program, maybe.
I was going to say cleaner and thinner.
Or maybe just Ozempic. One of the big O's. Owens or Ozempic, I'll take it.
I don't know which of the big O's he is on, but I will say it looks like clean shaven is a good look for him. Kind of like you. The clean shaven works. I feel like I need at least a little stubble. this is a little bit too much probably, but I need a little stubble. Josh doesn't need stubble. He needs a clean look. Stubble don't look good on him. And also, I thought he looked thinner. For as much as I like the Adidas switch and the
shoes,
the shoes suck. Those shoes
just
are
get
terrible.
some dress shoes.
Yeah, I feel like it's ha ha ha. Look at me, I'm so cool. I'm wearing Jordans with my suit. It works, I guess, if the recruits are like, oh wow, Jordans, I love those. Oh man, the 12s, those are my favorite. Look, I like a good pair of Jordans too. It doesn't work with the goofy Adidas shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't me besmirching the good name of Adidas because I'm Adidas full through and through. I'm just saying they don't make a good casual trying to be cool shoe. Is that oxymoronic, casual trying to be cool? Because, I mean, I feel like the Air Force One is a casual trying to be cool shoe. Air Maxes are kind of casual, cool shoes. Adidas like, hey, here's some Ultra Boost, not cool. Or whatever the hell he had on his feet last night, which I think it seemed like custom. I mean, because like they had the Power T on them.
Yeah.
It just didn't look good.
It didn't look like the right orange to me. I would have just done like a white with maybe just some orange accents.
Yeah. Well, whenever I was looking to be transparent, whenever we are waiting on these, Tennessee tracksuits, it did cross my mind, okay, what shoes would I wear with them? Because I can't wear Nikes with my Adidas tracksuit.
We went over this, I thought.
Right. So I did go find just like a nice, like $65 pair of just like white Adidas's. It looks pretty good. I mean, they looked okay. But even that wouldn't have looked good with a suit yesterday. Like, I understand he's repping the brand, but it is okay to put on dress shoes.
I feel like that's what the Europeans that like Adidas the most would tell you too.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we got some casual shoes, but go be classy, put on some dress shoes.
And I don't even know if the powers that be, the Czech strokers in Portland, where is Adidas located? Portland that's Nike, right? Is Adidas over there too? Where's the U.S. headquarters? Either way, maybe you can look that up and get me the answer. For some reason, I thought they were both like over there in the Pacific Northwest, but
I do think it'd be a Wisconsin place.
Portland. Yeah, you're right.
It was Portland. Okay, I was right.
I was wrong.
Go to hell,
we
Bubba.
have both of the biggest brands in Oregon.
Yeah, I thought that was the case because I remember hearing that one time and being confused by that too. But
what if it's the same guy?
It's not. I would imagine that the original people of Adidas have a little bit of a questionable background if you look into their political leanings, but we won't get into that. That was a long time ago. If Ohio State can win a national championship with all the Jeffrey Epstein money, hey, we can get some Adidas money. Past be damned. But I would assume the Adidas people wouldn't have cared had he just put on a suit either, because they probably would tell them, or put on some dress shoes, because they would probably acknowledge we don't have the best casual footwear here for you.
I also think that the pendulum has swung so far in the B2 casual direction of like, yeah, go wear Air Forces with your suit that like Heupel kind of would have just looked like a badass if he had just worn typical dress shoes. Some nice shiny loafers or something like that. Someone would have been like, yeah, Josh Heupel's got that thing on.
I think you're right. I think we pine for a day of more sophisticated dressing. Like you hear it all the time in college basketball, how, in NBA basketball too, we don't necessarily want the coach's shirts, a polo. What are you talking about? Put a suit on. Coaches used to have to wear suits all the damn time. Then COVID came and they all was like, we're not doing that anymore, which I'm sure it's better for them on game days, but it does leave you wanting a little bit. So, yeah, Heupel could have zagged. Imagine, people are like, oh, wow, he's lost some weight. And damn, look how sharp he looks. Instead, you're like, oh, he's lost some weight. Oh, cool. Clean shaven face. What the hell are those? What are those? But did anything he say stand out to you?
I mean, I think some of the I don't have like the stats specifically, but talking about like, Tennessee's the only school in the SEC in the last 5 years or whatever with, 2,000 yards rushing each season or something like that. He threw out some good like rushing numbers that I feel like are good, just baseline numbers of like, hey, this offense is still really, really productive.
He was trying his best to hype up his tenure, which that's what you're there to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, like they even had Sankey say it before he came on. Like it's the winningest 5-year stretch Tennessee's had in 2 decades. Basically since the Fulmer the Fulmer heyday, not even the end of the Fulmer era, just the Fulmer heyday. Although I guess 20 years would be back to like 06. Maybe it is just the Fulmer end of his era. But either way, they were trying to talk about that 5-year stretch of like, hey, this is the most successful it's been. And then he did flex a little bit. It's like, hey, offensively, we're coming off another year where we were top 10 in scoring, passing yards, and offense. Did that with a quarterback that got to us in early June. So flexing there a little bit of like, hey, reminder, we didn't really have an offseason with a quarterback, and we still were pretty successful on offense. So when I saw a ranking that had us like 10th in the SEC in offense, which I don't pay too many of those too much mind. There's only a couple guys in the SEC that I take their opinion seriously. My boy SEC Mike. I care about what Brooks says, Brooks Austin. And like I'll pay attention, at least noteworthy wise, to Josh Pate. I don't necessarily like him, but like I'll take what he says and at least like take it seriously because it furthers a national narrative. No offense to like Jake Crane. I know he's a friend of the program, but like Crane and company putting out a ranking, I'm kind of like, okay, that doesn't fit into my inner circle. And they're the ones that had him in the 10th behind Auburn.
I was gonna say they also had Auburn at 9.
Yeah, like that.
Let's get slingshot Byron Brown out of there.
Well, that's all I saw, and then I didn't even look at the rest of the list. I was like, okay, like
they're also Auburn fans.
Okay, well that would check out a little bit and make a little bit more sense. But I was like, look, I understand that the Josh Heupel hype train isn't nearly as fast as it was a couple years ago. I understand it might not be nearly as full as it was a couple years ago. I'm as guilty of it as maybe not anybody, but I'm guilty of it too because I think, coming out of 2024, I would have argued Josh Heupel should get respect and love as a top 10 national coach. I don't feel that way right now, but I damn sure not going to say that Alex Golesh at Auburn is going to come in year one with Chaz Nimrod and Byron Brown and like have a better offense than Tennessee. I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen. Faison Brandon is going to be better in year one than Brown is in year 4 or 5, whatever the hell year he's in. Like I feel very confident in that. Bubba, you're making a face. You disagree?
I don't know about that.
I feel very strongly about it.
One's a pretty experienced quarterback that, has adapted to the coaching and play style. Other one's a high school guy getting ready for big time responsibility.
Yeah. That's completely fine.
The mental shift right there, like one guy's been used to it, the other guy, he's trying to get used to it.
I don't buy into experience as always being the best thing. I would much rather have a super, super talented freshman than a year 4, year 5, year 6 guy that just ain't that good. And that's how I feel about Brown. I'm lower on Brown than pretty much everybody else I talked to about him, I think. Sam, I think you're kind of on my side in terms of him not being that guy. Yeah. He can run the ball, and that's good. I'll give him that. Like, they might even beat up on some bad teams at Auburn, but like it's not like they really beat up on bad teams too often at South Florida. I felt like the last couple of years, statistically at least last year. Watching him, go out and not be able to really do much against like Memphis last year, at least through the air.
I just don't even think the talent like surrounding Byron Brown is better than what Tennessee's got.
Well, no, I was going to get into that too, like because like I said, Chaz Nimrod is coming over there with them, and like we know he couldn't hack it here at Tennessee. Faison Brandon, I would take him over Brown year one, but like I'm 100,000% taking Mike Matthews and Staley and TK Keys and Deshaun Bishop and Tennessee's offensive line.
I'm taking our running game,
right? Like
and pretty much everything else.
Well, we're talking about the entire offense, right? So like that's part of the reason I'm saying the idea of having Auburn ahead of Tennessee is just dumb. It's just dumb. You could tell me that you're scared of the freshman quarterback. Okay, that's fine. I'll take the freshman quarterback. I'll roll the dice with all the pieces surrounding him. Tennessee is not going to finish as a worse offense than Auburn. They're not going to finish 10th in the SEC.
I know. I mean, I understand that quarterback is the most important position out there on offense. It's what drives the winning and everything. But with everything that we've got on that offense, like putting it in that, are they barely even a top 10 SEC offense? Like you insert any other quarterback that's just starting in the SEC this year and say, hey, you've got a top 3 back coming with Deshaun Bishop. You've got probably the best offensive line in the SEC, and you've got 2 wide receivers that went and had 800 yards last season, like everybody would be putting that offense in at least the top 4 or 5 in the conference.
That's a good point. Is like the idea of being a true freshman, is it that much worse than being like a redshirt sophomore that's never played before? Like in the grand scheme of things, is it that much worse? Like you could tell me in most years, yes, like, hey, this quarterback comes in, he's too scrawny, he's not smart enough. Look, it's not me being a homer. You can look with your own eyes and see that Faison Brandon is not too scrawny, even as a true freshman. Like he's, 6'4", 230 pounds at this point? That's not a scrawny. That's not Nico coming in as a freshman that you have to sit behind Joe Milton. That's not George McIntyre last year, or whomever. That's a grown man that's ready to come in. And I've been saying for the last year that, like, plenty of people over at Tennessee have said behind the scenes off the record, so it's not even like trying to get out a national narrative, but just like Faison Brandon has it between the ears, like maturity-wise and cognitively, that he's as smart as any quarterback as Josh Heupel's ever had.
I'm just looking at our little helmets up here. Like, how much differently would the Tennessee offense be viewed if Marcel Reed was our quarterback this year?
You're right.
And he's not even like an elite quarterback in the SEC, in my opinion. He's just like middle of the road guy.
No, you're right. And I would say, like, again, maybe this is getting into Homer territory. I'd rather roll the dice with freshman Faison Brandon than what I've seen with Marcel Reed. Like, and look, I'll be fair. I've only watched Marcel Reed when they've been bad. Like, I'm not really watching them when they've been good. So, like, my Marcel Reed experience isn't great or maybe fair to him. I'm sure there's been some real games where he's looked the part, but I ain't really seen it when I've watched him. So, like, hey, yeah, he's got experience. I'll take Faison Brandon. I'll roll the dice with a big-time 5-star that the ceiling is going to be much higher and that he can hit the ceiling. At least that's how I feel. Because, like, I didn't really watch too many A&M games last year outside of the ones against, like, Texas and Miami where he threw, 0 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And they scored 3 points against Miami. I watched a lot of the first half against South Carolina when they were down 31-0. I didn't watch much of the comeback when they were 30-0 or 27-0, whatever the hell the score was. I didn't watch much of the comeback. But you're right, Sam. Like, if it was a guy with reps, even if he wasn't that great, even if he was just like a solid C+ or B-, I think the conversation would be drastically different about Tennessee's offense. So I have no problem with Josh Heupel coming out and flexing like, hey, we got a guy get here in June, and we still were top 10, and across the board. And then also, hey, David Gabriel Georges, if you're listening, our identity has always been and always will be our run game. 5 straight years we've rushed for over 2,000 yards. First time that's been done since the late 80s, early 90s, which I assume he meant at Tennessee and not nationally. Or do you think that?
Oh, like his offense?
Well, no, I just mean like he said it's the first time it's been done since the late 80s, early 90s in terms of 5 straight years of rushing over 2,000 yards. I imagine he meant at Tennessee and not like any school overall, right?
I would guess too.
Yeah.
I feel like our program would have made that more well-known.
I agree.
Like
So
Bill Martin would have been pounding that one.
Yeah, I agree there. And like, the triple option teams, I'm sure have all ran for 2,000 yards. Nebraska in the 90s probably would have done that. So like, I assume that's a Tennessee stat. But like, hey, we run the rock. We run the rock. David Gabriel Georges, in case you're listening, just know we're going to.
Did you see Ron Slay?
I did.
He laughing so hard.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
I can't answer that.
Yeah.
Would you take DGG or Jamal Lewis? He's like, what?
That's a funny question. It's a dumb question, but like it's own. And when I say dumb, I don't mean that in an insulting way. I mean like he's obviously not going to be able to answer, but Slay is going to poke the bear and like try to get a reaction out of him and try to create content. Like that was not a shot at Ron Slay. I love Ron Slay. I'm saying it's a dumb question. Like it's one that he's not going to be able to answer. And like how Josh Heupel responded to it is just kind of like, what? Like, huh? And I do wonder, like, is Slay able to just be so charismatic and be so vaulted up that like afterwards him and Heupel just laugh about it, or like, because I feel like if like Heupel came on here with like us and we asked him, he'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" and be mad about it. But Slay's kind of got that Charles Barkley, that Charles Barkley lane with Tennessee that like he can be goofy and like it's just kind of laughed off and people get over it.
And every question that Heupel's gotten already in the day has just been an absolute softball. And then all of a sudden, Slay's like, Jamal Lewis or DGG?
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, what?
Like Bill Martin would have tried to kill me if we asked him that. Like, Bill Martin doesn't like me. He won't let me anywhere around the team. But like Slay, they're like, oh, that's just Slay being Slay. But no, it was funny. I didn't really like the Heupel's attempted joke at Lane Kiffin. I didn't really like that, but I thought it was AI.
It's not in the transcript.
Well, it's not. It was in a different part. So if you're reading the transcript, because like
on the SEC media website,
I felt the same way because we sat in here and watched the press conference at 3:00 in the main ballroom, and he didn't say that. So then when I saw the clip, I was like, did somebody make this an AI? But there are different rooms, Bubba. Like I've been there before, and like they'll do the main stage, and then they have to go hit like the TV networks only. And then like they'll do Radio Row. So like they get off the main stage and then start to do more hits. So I guess somebody in TV was recording that and leaked the Lane Kiffin. I just kind of cringed at the mustard and golf ball jokes. Not so much like worried about him like inciting violence against Lane Kiffin. I don't think that was what was happening. I just thought like that joke's 5 years old, Josh. You were doing so good. Don't be cringy. We'll continue looking at some of the comments from him, from some of the players. I didn't really see anything noteworthy from the players other than Deshaun Bishop. Just
Ricky, my dog, man. Miss you. Love you.
Deshaun getting the platform to shout out his faith. I mean, like that's clearly important to him. And he's clearly going to take the opportunity this year to try to spread the gospel. He was doing that down at Media Days. And
better be no Black and Milds.
According to Nick Saban, you cannot smoke Black and Milds and love the Lord. We'll continue looking at some of these comments and dissecting Media Days. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Here at Fan Run Radio, we're not just some podcaster streaming from his mother's basement, but we're also not a bunch of mouthpieces on state-run radio telling you what we've been told to say. We're the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I don't know, if we can lead the charge, but like it was crazy yesterday, kind of stumbling into the whole Ohio State Jeffrey Epstein thing. It was a little crazy, and it feels to me that it should be a bigger story nationally.
That's a crazy thing to jump into. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy thing for me to jump into yesterday, Bubba. Like finding it, like
you weren't aware of the Lex Wexner stuff.
Yeah, and just like how intertwined he was with Epstein.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like this is his right hand man.
Yeah,
I was unaware of his affiliation with Ohio State.
And like the FBI at one point, Sam, after they went through all those damn emails, accused Les Wexner of the famous Les Wexner football complex, the guy who's donated over $200 million to Ohio State and helped fund their football program. The FBI thought, Sam, that he was a main co-conspirator. A co-conspirator. They thought he was. He gave Jeffrey Epstein his power of attorney.
Yeah,
like they were thick as thieves. He gave him a penthouse in like New York. It's crazy to me that like Ohio State just still has this guy's name on their building. And it's crazier to me that this isn't talked more about. Like the Jeffrey Epstein, his main client, according to their Wikipedia, the first like major client he had. Just helped fund Ohio State's prominence. So I was stuck arguing with Ohio State fans after saying I wasn't going to argue with Ohio State fans the last couple of weeks, months. I did get caught up in it yesterday, but mostly because I was trying to argue with Steve Wiltfong, and then Ohio State fans found it and got mad, and then it just led to a whole big thing.
You and Steve Wiltfong on Twitter were getting into it?
No. I just quote tweeted Steve Wiltfong and said pretty much what I had said here about how either he's a bad reporter. I didn't say it like this, but like either he's a bad reporter or he's just trying to cope, like one of the two. It's got to be one or the other, because any good reporter would have known what we've been talking about for months now, which is that Tennessee was going to blow Ohio State's offer out of the water. That DGG was much more important to Tennessee than he was to Ohio State, and that Tennessee was going to make sure that their offer was better NIL-wise than Ohio State's. We knew that. That was a pretty open fact here in Knoxville. So like Steve Wiltfong, yeah, him backpedaling and now being like, well, it might be Tennessee, but if it is, it's because of the offer. Like, brother, you can't say that, because the offer was always going to be better. Either you didn't know about the offer, which makes you a bad reporter, or you bought into the Ohio State hype or brand, and that just makes you wrong. And now you can't blame something else, because that was always going to be the case. So I had quote tweeted with something similar to that, because Wiltfong even went as far in his article, his write-up, to talk about how Tennessee had landed their top targets really the last 4 years when you go back to Nico. Tennessee at the top of their priority list, like in recruiting. And Wiltfong acknowledged it, like, hey, Tennessee has been able to land the top pieces of their class. Guys that they've wanted. David Sanders, George McIntyre, Boo Carter, Faison Brandon, TK Keys. Like he mentioned that, and mentioned how Tennessee has enough financial support to be able to do that. So like, yeah, I was just quote tweeting Wiltfong and saying, hey, you gotta have it one way or the other, brother. It can't be both. And a bunch of Ohio State fans found that and then started arguing with me about it. And then also there was another one where they were talking about how it was a message board genius or something where, Ohio State fans were melting down about Tennessee just buying players. And it's just kind of like, I don't want to hear it from Ohio State, who famously went and bought Judkins and Caleb Downs and won a national championship doing that. Like, relax.
I do like that their fan base, closing time, final 48 hours, they're just really kind of feels like they're letting go of the rope a little bit, showing their true colors. That you see that tweet of that one dude who just DM'd DGG just hateful things, tweeting at him, and then he quote tweets it with just period.
Yeah, no, I did see that, and I would be mortified if I was an Ohio State fan at that. And to be fair, like, I don't think it's fair to make that about the entire fan base of Ohio State, because
I'm sure there's some with that Tennessee have.
We got some real morons in our fan base, and I wouldn't want people seeing one of us like do something like that and then try to make it about the entire fan base. But it did make me think about just how crazy it is that like that isn't more of a recruiting tactic. For as crazy as Tennessee fans are online, just to easily like rebrand an account to Ohio State fans or whatever recruiting battle you're in and just start firing off some wild, reckless stuff. Hell, even if you want to catfish and just be a cute girl and flirt with the boys or whatever you got to do to get the job done, it's crazy to me that like we haven't evolved there in recruiting, because it would be very easy to have a digital footprint of like, oh, I'm a big Georgia fan, go Dogs, and now I'm going to tweet all these recruits and just say weird stuff to them and try to push them into Tennessee's arms. Because like that Ohio State message to DGG was so bad that you're like, is this guy somebody that's trying to sabotage this recruitment? Is this a Tennessee guy? Nope, it was an Ohio State guy. And I did see a lot of their fans be like, hey, bro, like, delete this. This is stupid. But DGG didn't see that, so I hope he looks at it and says Ohio State hates me. They don't want me.
I worry that it's like an inside like Tennessee guy trying to act like one of their fans, by doing that.
Nah, there was enough Ohio State fans that had like interacted with that account to be like they'd seen him before and like, come on, bro, you're better than this, blah, blah, blah.
I think for as many crazy, lunatic fans we have, I do think when you put a 5-star in front of us that we're trying to fight a big name program for, a lot of our fans kind of turn the like, oh, screw Ohio State, that you're making the wrong decision, buddy. And It's like the come home, Tennessee's the best, Rocky Top's home, everyone's coming on. Like we're gonna come here and win a championship.
Well, that's because we had the momentum.
We get some kumbaya.
But that's because we had the momentum. If it was reversed and all of a sudden people were saying that DGG was going to Ohio State, like if the crystal ball had been there, we would have somebody in our fan base, maybe not DMing him, but like we'd have people talking about like how
melting down on the message boards.
Yeah, and just talking about it, saying crazy stuff about him or his family or, just not being loyal and coming up with all types of cope. But the momentum has been in Tennessee's favor the last couple weeks. But I think Wilt Fong's got just embarrassed that like he got fooled by like something that he should be above being fooled by as a national big time recruiting reporter. You never get too high after somebody's official visit to another school. You got to wait and see the other visits first. Unless they're going to shut it down, which he was not going to shut it down. So they come out of that Ohio State visit, it's like, oh, everything's great here. Ohio State thinks they got him. I'm crystal balling here. And then the next week he goes to Tennessee, and Tennessee regains all that momentum. I'm not taking any type of victory lap, and I was worried that it was coming across like that online because this is still – you could tell me that tomorrow he ends up picking Ohio State very easily. Now, I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to pick Tennessee. I feel good about that. People around the program feel that way. People around our collective feel that way. But, like, it's very possible that, like, this buzz over the last couple of days gives Ohio State a chance to go and make their Hail Mary. I don't know if he's got another teammate they can offer a scholarship to.
I don't find that to be an effective tactic at all. I think.
Well, it doesn't seem like it was.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that's kind of
Tennessee didn't even bother with it.
Yeah,
yeah, and they're not going to let that kid, commit there if DGG doesn't go there. It's a slap in the face. Now,
it's not a real offer. Yeah,
yeah. I'd be interested. Like if it was me and I was running it, the way I would handle it, the smooth type of operator I am, I'd be like, hey, DGG, look, in the locker room, on the team, just kind of based on just how we get down, we can't offer you more than $2 million. We can't do what Tennessee's doing because we got too many other blue chippers that we have to make happy. If they find out we're giving you $2 million, we're going to have to come back and pay a whole bunch of guys an extra couple $1 million each. However, your roommate here, not only does he have a scholarship offer, but here's $500,000 of NIL. Here's $750,000 of NIL for him and you to split. Now, if anybody on the team asks, it's his money, but you guys just live together and you guys can have a $2 million combined house. Now, you make sure you get your fair share of it, but technically he's paying the taxes on it, not you, so the team can't get mad. That's how I would have tried to do it versus just here's a scholarship. Here's a scholarship plus $600,000, brother. Don't tell nobody. And make sure David gets most of it. You just give it to him, please. Hour 1 of the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. It's TalkSports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Only 3 homestands remaining for your Knoxville Smokies. Some of the best promotions are still to come. Join us next week for a jam-packed week with all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. On Friday, let's continue the fight against breast cancer by painting the park pink. Saturday, we honor one of the founding members of the Negro Southern League, the Knoxville Giants. And Sunday Fun Day to end out the week. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
All right, starting now.
All right, there we go.
50 states, 45 capitals.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
Okay, Washington, Spokane, Oregon, Portland.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Am I wrong, or is he already 0 for 2 on the Capitals?
Am I?
Am I wrong, or is he already?
Oh yeah,
Oregon.
Oregon is Salem.
You already missed it. You don't get to go back.
On 1340 WKGN.
Oregon is Salem.
No, because we just told you the answer.
No, you didn't. I'm not letting you get in my head.
Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Let's look around the rest of the world, both in sports and news and pop culture. Bubba, get us started with some headlines.
Unfortunate for analyst Ryan Clark out at ESPN.
It was kind of wild that they did it in the middle of his damn show. They did it during a commercial break of the show, and
is he there after the end of the commercial break?
No,
actually,
no. They pulled him off the show. He was doing NFL Live yesterday, and it's like I guess they caught wind that maybe this was about to leak, and like it is an industry standard not to let people that are getting fired that could become disgruntled. You don't let them in front of a live microphone, of course. Because, like, maybe ESPN knew, like, hey, somebody's got the drop on this, that Ryan Clark's about to be fired, so we got to go get him off now. Because imagine had he done that hit and then, like, the news broke and then he did another 15 minutes of the show. At the very least, his demeanor was going to change, right? Like, at the very least, he was going to be in a sour mood. And it wouldn't be fair to him. He could be crying, he could be emotional or whatever, but he could be angry and, spiteful and vindictive. But yeah, no, they took him off the air basically in the middle of the show and then still promoted like a clip from the show of him talking about Isaiah Likely having a Travis Kelce impact for the – did Isaiah Likely go to the Giants? Did he follow Harbaugh to the Giants?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds right.
I feel like he was talking about Isaiah Likely, or maybe it was somebody else with the Giants. I don't know, but he was talking about like Harbaugh and like having some type of impact there. But yeah, they were still promoting that clip, which feels gross. But at the same time, I get it. Like if they knew the leak was coming, they had to do something. So they got him off the air. I didn't really care either way for Ryan Clark. It seemed like he was kind of a jerk. I go back to what he did to his new teammate Peter Schrager and pulled the whole you didn't play ball, I played ball, so
that's the non-player in you.
Yeah, your opinion doesn't matter essentially. And it was reported that had something to do with him, basically falling out of favor with ESPN. He mixed it up online all the time with people like RG3 too. Just was always in an argument with somebody. Marcellus Wiley, they got into it real bad a couple years ago. So like he definitely seemed combative. So they just kind of cut their ties and moved on.
He was involved in a lot of programming though. They had him doing like the UFC podcast whenever they still had the partnership with
Ryan
ESPN.
Clark did the UFC podcast?
It was DC and RC, Daniel Cormier and Ryan Clark.
Why the hell was Ryan Clark doing the UFC podcast? Was he good? What does he know about fighting? I like some of the Gaga songs. But what does she know about cameras? What does Ryan Clark know about UFC? Like, I don't understand. Is he
it doesn't exist anymore.
Was it just for the name? They went DC and RC? Like, they thought maybe like that was a good mix? Like, because was he hosting the show, I guess, and trying to set up Cormier? Because I don't feel like Ryan Clark, I guess he does have that one podcast, right? He does do something on YouTube, right? I feel like he has another brand.
I can't remember if he's still in that. Okay. I remember there was like some beef between that group. Okay. And they like split up.
Okay.
So I don't know if he was part of that and like split off separately or what.
Okay.
Wasn't that the one with like Fred Taylor and who are the other guys in that podcast?
There's the one guy that's still doing it.
Channing Frye?
Yeah. No, it's Channing Frye's the NBA player. It was
Channing something.
Yeah, it was a football player, right? It was like a light-skinned football player, right? Yeah.
Played for the Dolphins.
Yeah. Not Channing Frye. Channing Frye is the guy you play with the Cavs.
Channing Frye's the NBA player.
Yeah. But I know I was going to say Channing too, but like I don't know his last name.
Not Tatum.
Crowder?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was beef there or what, but I assume Ryan Clark will go and do something like that again.
I thought the bigger one was Carl Ravitch. He got laid off too.
I didn't see any of the other layoffs. I just saw that they were going to pay McAfee $60 million a year and that Ryan Clark got fired. Any other notable people in the ESPN layoffs? I like Carl Ravitch.
I like Ravitch too, but I guess they've pushed kind of him out for Mike Monaco.
Is there going to be more to come throughout the day?
Yeah, I'd imagine it'll kind of just slowly trickle out. Seems like they do this like once every 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's the TKO.
TKO seems like they've been a disaster. Now I don't know if that I don't think.
I mean, the wrestling business has always been like this, but I feel like it's been happening a lot more with
Well, I just think the ESPN TKO deal hasn't helped. Like the wrestling boom is over. Like the renaissance, at least in WWE. I don't know how AEW's viewership is or whatever, but ESPN gave a whole bunch of money to WWE, and they have not gotten their return on investment there with the pay-per-views. Netflix gave a whole bunch of money to WWE, and it hasn't panned out for them either. But Netflix has got a lot more money and deeper pockets to take a little bit of a loss, whereas ESPN, it feels gross that they're giving wrestling all this money while then cutting all these personalities. But they kind of treat it like the NFL in a sense of hey, at ESPN, we're going to have a couple stars, Stephen A. Smith, Pat McAfee, Scott Van Pelt. And then everyone else is going to be pretty much interchangeable. It's going to be, hey, here's this, 6th-round draft pick that we're going to try to mold into a role player. We're going to try to create new people, and then when they become expensive, we're going to get rid of them and bring in a new people because there's a lot of us talking sports all across the world. Seems to be kind of their mentality these days. It's just studs and duds. When I say studs and duds, I mean the fantasy, fantasy football approach of just you pay for 3 big guys and then try to fill out the roster with streamers. And that's pretty much what they've done. RIP to Carl Ravitch, though. I like that guy.
We had a fun ending, but also weird ending to an MLB game yesterday.
Okay. Which one are we talking about?
Angels and the Cardinals.
The Angels made history. They finally ended their long, long, long losing streak. But go ahead and tell me what happened in the game.
Joe Adele up the bat for the Angels. Had Siri, had Grissom on base. Another guy low, I think. Boom. Hit by pitch. Walks it off in the bottom of the ninth.
Is that the most anticlimactic way to walk it off after you had the longest active streak of losses entering the 9th inning trailing?
They had lost 106 straight games. 106 straight games when entering the 9th inning trailing. They had not had one 9th inning comeback in 106 games. And the Angels trail in the 9th inning a lot. So, I'd imagine that was, basically almost every night. I mean, not every night, of course. I know they didn't lose every game, but just never came back and tied it and won in extras. Never came back and hit a walk-off home run. Just none of that. On this season alone, they were 0-48 before last night. 0-48 when trailing after 8 innings.
Think about that season ticket holder that's just seen, the prime of Mike Trout turn into the ghost of Mike Trout, Shohei get traded or just leave, I guess I should say. And then you're just one of these days we're going to get a 9th inning comeback and it's going to be awesome. And it's just a walk-off hit by pitch.
Honestly, I think it's perfect. You just laugh about it.
That's baseball.
Yeah, you just laugh about it. It had to be that way because Lord knows we weren't getting a hit. Lord knows the players weren't going to come through. We had to have the other team choke, but they're a pathetic organization. They truly are.
Speaking of pathetic, Jordan Clarkson and Travis Scott.
Wait, what? Jordan Clarkson and Travis Scott. What's happening here?
Removed from an NYC nightclub after a little scuffle.
Travis Scott and who?
Jordan Clarkson.
What are they beefing over? Kylie? Or not, were they with Kylie or was it Kendall? Which Jenner were they with? Which one does Travis Scott have the baby with?
You're asking the wrong guy, brother. You're supposed to know that one.
Okay, which one? Okay, Kylie's the one with Chalamet, right?
Kylie is with Chalamet.
Yeah, so the other one, Kendall, is the one that Travis Scott was with, right? Is that not right?
Yeah.
Now she's with the
Was
Jacob
she with Devin
Elordi.
Booker too?
Yeah, she's the one I think that date. Actually, I think Kylie was with Devin Booker. I think the one that was with Chalamet was with Devin Booker. I think.
Which Jenner dated Devin Booker?
I want to say that was Kylie.
According to TMZ,
Kendall.
members of Travis's
Oh, okay.
entourage began throwing bottles, and Jordan jumped in to de-escalate the situation.
Wait, am I confusing Kylie and Kendall? Because, yeah, Kylie's got the baby with Travis Scott, too. Maybe I'm just confusing those two girls. Which Jenner's with Chalamet?
I think they're all with the same guy.
I think Kylie. I guess Kylie's
gets around.
I guess Kylie's just got a roster. Never mind.
That's a sad, sad life.
Does Kendall just not date anybody? I mean, outside of Jacob Elordi now, she just been low key the whole time.
Oh, don't break my heart for him.
Well, I mean, that's the relationship, no?
I didn't know that.
Okay, no, they were fighting. Okay, so they're fighting over Kendall, Jordan Clarkson, and okay, Jordan Clarkson and who again?
Travis Scott.
Well, this
wait, what?
This says that Jordan Clarkson dated Kendall Jenner. And then the other one said that Travis Scott had a baby with Kylie Jenner. So were they fighting over both dating her, or just they got beef from when they were both dating a Jenner? Like, they just don't like each other off of that.
I think the situation is Travis Scott and his boys were getting a little too rowdy. And then
thought-
Clarkson said, "Hey, let's calm it down there." So, hey, what'd you say to me, man? What'd you say? Come on, man.
I really thought Kylie was the one with Bad Bunny too. I'm just really confused about the Jenners, to be honest. I've discovered I don't really know the difference between Kylie and Kendall Jenner.
Well, moving on from that,
I really have no clue about.
Did they both have kids?
I don't know.
They all got kids. Sam.
I don't know. Does Kendall Jenner have children? Let's see. She does not have any children. That doesn't really help me, other than just saying, okay, I know Kylie's the one that's got the kid. But that doesn't help me on who's dated who. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll study it. Surely there's like a sporkle I can go and study.
The worst thing ever. I want nothing to do. No. There's gonna be a lot of U-turns in that flow chart.
I can tell the Kardashians apart. I know the difference about them. I know their lore. Kim with Kanye and
well, it all started with the father and the glove.
Chris Humphrey. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know the backstory there with OJ. I know Chloe's with Lamar.
Who was on substances.
Who was smoking crack. I know Courtney's, Scott Disick into Travis Barker. I got their backstory. But those damn Jenners, I don't really know the difference. I got to figure that out. If I'm going to go on Pop Culture Jeopardy, I got to know that.
John, we were right to speculate about the Tom Brady situation, as it seems that Tom Brady and WWE are in talks for a potential partnership, which would explain the back and forth between Tom Brady and Logan Paul.
That's just gross. Although, I guess I don't see Tom Brady at his age getting in there and taking a bump of any sorts. But could he maybe be a manager and have a wrestler on his behalf beat up Logan Paul? Like, is that where that's headed? I don't know, but like the TKO guys are also like part owners of the Raiders, so there's a relationship there with Brady from that. So like they're boys. Logan Paul and Brady did the flag football thing.
Get
like,
Max Crosby out there.
It's just very weird that Brady's like cool with Logan Paul. This is very strange to me.
Same guy that was in Japanese force and saw something is now friends with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all
We've
time.
moved on from that with Logan. Okay?
We haven't.
We've moved on from that.
I haven't.
That was a long time ago.
Nope.
He made a mistake. You don't want to be defined by your worst moment, do you, Bubba?
I don't.
You shouldn't define other people by their worst moment.
That's advice.
Let that be a lesson for
Yep.
you. Unless it's like, hey, that guy's a murderer. Okay, you can maybe define him by being a murderer.
Or Les Wexner.
Or like, hey, that guy was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. Like
money manager.
That guy helped Jeffrey Epstein become stanky rich and fund his child's, sex trafficking ring. That should maybe be looked into. That should define the person. You're right about that. But like, hey, made a YouTube video for like an hour walking through this sacred forest. It was bad. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that reaches the same level of crime. Although it was a bad look.
That feels like ages ago.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was. When was that? Was that not like 2010? I mean, like 2011?
I don't know about that.
Okay. When was it? Like 15?
Yeah, I would have said something like that.
Okay. When did Logan Paul go to Japan? That was 2017. I guess they're not that old. Yeah, I guess that was a dumb. 2010 was a really dumb.
Would that slip through the cracks in today's day and age? Like, I felt like that was a really, really big deal for a long time.
See, it's the opposite for me because I feel like that wasn't a big deal because I wasn't aware of like the streamers that way. I feel like streamers are much bigger celebrities now in 2026 than they were like in 18, 19 to like the wide or 17, 18 to like the wide scope of people.
Yeah.
At least to me, like I could be wrong on that, but like I knew who the Paul brothers were, but like I didn't give a damn about their videos. Like I was unaware of that. They hadn't really broken
more
through.
Obscure though because they were kind of the first of their own kind, and then it's like, oh, we're just going to a suicide forest.
Well, also they were centered around kids too, right? I mean, like a big part of their fan base was like teenage boys liked them, right? Teenage boys and girls.
Mavericks.
Girls thought they were cute, and boys thought they're their own Disney Channel. They're so funny. So yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like streamers are much more accepted as celebrities in 2026 than they were back then. But they were kind of the first. You're right. It's so funny how different they looked back then.
Like how started doing roids.
I don't even mean that. Like, but yeah, like the physique for sure. But just like I don't know, just like little teeny boppers, just like long flowing hair. I mean, I know they still kind of got the hair, but like I don't know, just. Do they give like surfer bro vibes back then? Because that feels like what they look like, but I don't really think of either one of them as surfer bros now. Either way, any other headlines, Bubba?
There is one.
Okay, let's hear it.
WNBPA will not allow partner brands to monetize Sophie Cunningham's viral point, saying it generally does not feature or look to monetize player conduct from a confrontation between our members. However, Cunningham can reportedly still independently license the moment.
Okay, so what they're saying is the Fever can't.
I guess the WNBA and like association, like and entities itself,
right,
from the WNBA.
So like the Fever can't strike a partnership deal on Sophie Cunningham's behalf because of the viral point, but then she can go and do
individually can.
Well, I mean, I've seen her doing like Fanatics Fest and like doing the UFC and doing all that. So like she's definitely cashing in on it, making extra money for herself. I mean, she's a top 5 famous WNBA player at this point, which is kind of crazy because I mean, she is just. It's funny that she is that because like on the court, she is just a scrappy role player. She's like a hard-nosed, scrappy role player that just tries to hit threes and play defense. Like her public persona and reputation does not match up with how she actually plays, which I kind of find refreshing because she is a hard-nosed player. Those are the type of players I like. She's like gritty on the court there.
Are you saying we need like Lou Dort in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit model next year?
I'm saying she's kind of like Lou Dort. I mean, she's not the level of defender, but like I'm saying she does kind of play like that type of role of just like, hey, you're out here to try to play defense, be scrappy, and hit some threes. But now she's getting treated like a superstar. Partly because of Caitlin Clark, like being in that circle and like defending her and trying to, have her back, but also I guess some people find her hot.
She's pretty attractive. I don't care what you think about that swimsuit collection that came out, but it was very appealing.
Okay, Horn Dog Bubba. I don't think she's nearly as attractive as everybody acts. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's an ugly girl, but like she's not hot in like the overall like Instagram influencer culture or something like that.
Because there's no plastic where she needs it.
I don't know if I would go as far as saying there's not been any work done to her. You should go back and look at her pictures from like 5 or 6 years ago. there's a nice chart of the evolution of Sophie Cunningham. She's much more attractive now than she was years ago, which is a testament to her. Good for her. I'm not trying to pick the girl apart. I hope she makes a bunch of money. Good for her. Good batch of headlines, Bubba. We'll go to break. We'll come back. We'll talk some more football. Stick with us.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.
Deshaun Bishop is a good representation of Tennessee. Like I was glad he got his shine at SEC Media Days. Being only 1,500 yards away from the all-time Tennessee rushing record is kind of crazy to me. Like he could get there this year. And if not, like, is he going to?
So, well, one quick thing about Deshaun Bishop.
Okay.
Sam, I'm not taking back on it. I don't like the underdog story from the guy. I mean, I do, but like he was back-to-back Mr. Football winners here in the state of Tennessee. Like, he's a really good running back.
Okay.
So it's like,
I mean, I do think you still have to call him a scrappy underdog, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Is like, hey, he's been productive. He's gotten it done. He was really good in high school. You're right, but like,
and like the first glimpse that we saw him really like in the NC State game, whenever he ran like all the way back, almost stopped it. But
he's been a great Vol his entire time, and like he's been productive. But like, what was his best actual offer?
Well, he had offers from Cincinnati. But mostly it was down between Coastal and App State. But
okay.
We have some breaking news, John.
Some breaking news? Let's guess. Somebody died.
No.
Okay. That's all I got.
Maybe. Ohio State fans might be dying. As Steve Wiltfong drops another crystal ball prediction for DGG.
Really spoiling this guy's moment, huh? I'll tell you who died. Jeffrey Epstein. And then all the money dried up. Now Ohio State can't compete with the big boys. Turns out all that money got flagged. So Wiltfong, he has flipped his prediction to Tennessee.
He's bent the knee.
Can you do that?
I mean, yeah, you can do anything you want to.
So like now he gets to claim that he's right about this. Like if DGG ends up at Tennessee, he gets to have a check in the box.
He shouldn't.
Of being able to be like, I was right. Like that goes to his percentage because that seems not right. It should at least be a caveat. You can come out and like, no, you should be wrong. If you feel confident enough.
I think once you give a crystal ball, that's just your crystal ball. That's kind of the point of a crystal ball, no?
As far as your record goes, I think it's right. Like now he could come out as a reporter and be like, hey, this is wrong. Yeah. I'm telling you things have changed. I'm going to be wrong about this. I still want my credit as a reporter for having my impulse or my pulse on my finger on the pulse or whatever. But you don't get to be like, oh, crystal ball, check it. I'm 10 out of 10. Because I think everybody could do that, right? Could everyone not come together basically the day of a recruitment and be like, hey, pretty much everyone's saying this guy's going here. Let's all put our crystal balls there. Right? I mean, you could do that, right?
Yeah.
What would be the point of putting one out 3 months ago? I care about the ones that are willing to do that are right, or the ones that are smart enough to hold off. Once you can't put one in, get everybody all worked up about Ohio State, and then come in the last second. But actually, Tennessee, count that. That's right. No, bucko, it's not.
Should there be a date for crystal balls? Like you can only do it up until, but also you can't really know when a guy's going to commit.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think everybody does the target date so far out in advance, Bubba. Yeah. So I like where you're headed in terms of like, hey, you got to lock one in, but my thought is just like, hey, we need to separate these guys into who's willing to do it a month in advance. Because like I do give him credit for trying to put his crystal ball in. Now it was a premature, ball given. He shouldn't have done it. He got caught up in the whole hype of the Ohio State visit. I keep coming back to just all the credit in the world, in my opinion, to Austin Price when it comes to this, because this is another high-profile recruitment against Ohio State where the Ohio State writers and the national narrative has been one thing, and Austin Price has maintained that it is not the case. As Tennessee fans were freaking out about Gabriel Georges, the same way they were freaking out about David Sanders, Austin Price was like, hey, that's not exactly true. That's not what we're hearing. We still feel good. I still feel good about Tennessee's place with all this, and never kind of wavered. And it does at least look right now that all the momentum is saying that he's going to be right about this again. But I don't think Wiltfong should be able to bend the knee. I don't think he should get to, protect his crystal ball record. No, brother. Oh, no, sorry.
You're giving out crystal blue balls. That's what you're giving out.
Yeah. If I was an Ohio State fan, I'd feel like that. If I was an Ohio State fan, I'd be very mad at the way this has gone down again. And to their credit, there is a portion of those that I've seen that's like, hey, this is unacceptable by Ohio State. Because kind of like Tennessee did last cycle, and we talked about it, Ohio State felt like they could have really made a real effort for Savion Hyder and gotten him. I don't know if that's the case, but they feel like they could have, but they said they backed off for DGG. Kind of like how Tennessee has just been putting all their eggs in this running back basket. Ohio State fans feel like they kind of have done the same thing. So there is a portion of them that feels like they got played here or that they just couldn't get it done, like that it's a big-time failure. To which I tend to agree with. But I'd be mad at like our reporters that were all telling us it was a done deal and that it was going to happen. I'd be mad at the national guys who all got caught up in this too. Because like I said, it's been known that Tennessee was going to be the more aggressive person here. We've known that. And meanwhile, I'd be a little mad that now people like the writers are trying to, basically straddle the line between, well, it's all because of Tennessee money. But also, by the way, he does like Josh Heupel a lot more than Ryan Day. Yeah, we probably should have told you guys that a couple months ago. Him and Ryan Day, they don't really have a relationship. Yeah, sorry about that. Probably should have told you.
Those pictures of him with the Owings in the workout room looking real good right now.
Yeah. I mean, like that. Josh Heupel talked about it yesterday in his press conference, in his opening statements about getting Derek Owings, on board right after winning a national championship, having him on campus, and ultimately that is a huge, huge win. Bubba, go in and update the YouTube to huge DGG news. Let's try to get some people in here. Come on, do it. Sell it. Come on, you can do it. Let's see if anyone in the chat say anything. Because on one hand, I'd probably be sick of the DGG talk, but on the other hand, like,
I'm only going to get sick of it if we don't get him.
Yeah, like this is I don't want to overstate the recruiting win. I don't want to overstate a recruiting win of like, hey, this is like a big sign for your program. But this does feel like it's the potential to be like a statement recruiting win. Is that wrong to say that like this is at least a big enough deal to kind of point the arrow back up for Tennessee's program?
Well, this was kind of what I was talking about last week where, like the difference between successful seasons. Like I do think the math kind of changes a little bit. If you go and get DGG, Faison looks pretty solid. All your 5-star guys that you've recruited over the last 3 or 4 cycles are starting to put it together and really, gel well together when you got Faison and DGG and TK Keys and all these guys. Does kind of feel like it's just, coming together at the right time, you would say.
I don't know if it goes as far as like canceling out the loss to Vanderbilt.
No.
I'm not saying it does. But like my argument would be that this is enough to get the arrow pointed up on your program. Because like the arrow is pointing down on Josh Heupel's program, Bubba, after the loss to Vanderbilt. We'd all agree with that, right?
Yes.
And you could maybe say it was like a big, thick, bold arrow or 2 arrows down. Not that it was like crashing and burning, but like it was clearly not heading in the right direction. It was heading in the opposite of that. And people would be right for being, really upset. But in my opinion, this is a big enough get to get that heading in the right direction. To get people feeling like positive heading back into the season. We've been waiting for a reason to kind of get excited. And like, I know we keep talking about the football team as kind of the same thing, right? Like, hey, the skill position players look really good. Hey, the offensive line looks really good. Phil Steele had them, I think, number 3 in the country in terms of offensive line units. And that's without even like really knowing who all of our starters are going to be. I gave Austin Price a shout out, but I also saw him say like, hey, I'm not necessarily penciling in Ori Williams from LSU as the starting right tackle. I think it's still possible Jesse Perry starts at right tackle. And they put Haslam at guard. And Ori Williams isn't a starter at all. But point being, people still feel like, hey, that offensive line is going to be really good. But we're just like, hey, waiting for the quarterback, waiting for a reason to get too fired up. And now I do think if you win this recruiting battle this week, that's a reason to start getting excited again.
To be negative Nancy on this, though.
Of course, you're going to be bad news, Bubba. What's the bad news?
Would it concern you if there's a huge fall off though? Like, yeah, this is the biggest name, but then after that, like, we have Keyshawn Bowman, and then the rest of the class just kind of fizzles out into just guys.
I'm not worried about that because we've talked about it. We're smart enough here, Bubba. We know that we are not really going after big-time high school recruiting this cycle.
Philosophy changed. Philosophy has changed.
We are going for a couple big guys, and then we're going to try to, go in the portal. That's what we're going to do.
Just need some continuity at quarterback.
And you need the quarterback to play well. Heupel joked about that, right? Saying, like, yeah, we're kind of the only school, and they are the only school, that hasn't brought a quarterback to SEC Media Days over the last 3 years. Every other school has brought one. Tennessee hasn't. There have been 32 quarterbacks, according to Adam Sparks of the Knoxville News Sentinel, that have attended SEC Media Days. None from Tennessee. And Heupel's like, hey, it's just we can't. You didn't want to bring a true, a redshirt freshman in Nico. You can't bring a true freshman in Faison. He hasn't even won the job yet. And you weren't going to bring Joey. Joey wasn't even on the was barely on the damn team, I guess, by that point. Was needing to spend every moment, trying to catch up. Although I maintain he could have brought in either Nico or Joey last year, because I do think it matters bringing a quarterback. Like, I do think that's been lacking since Hendon Hooker. Yeah, we've been lacking like great quarterback play, and that's fair too. But like, I think we've been lacking leadership on that offense. Nico was not a leader, but sometimes you got to throw your kid in the pool and make him be a leader. Sometimes you got to throw the baby in the pool and teach it how to flip over on its back and swim. I thought they should have brought Nico to SEC Media Days and be like, hey, you got to answer the questions. Hey, we're not coddling you anymore. It's time to grow up. It's time to be a leader. Take control of the moment. Take control of the team. Oklahoma did it with Jackson Arnold. I'm not saying that panned out for Jackson Arnold, but I'm saying that some teams were willing to bring redshirt freshmen. I thought at least Jackson Arnold, I didn't think like failed at Oklahoma because he wasn't a leader. I just didn't think he was very good at football. But I'm not saying that like if you brought him to SEC Media Days, like Nico would have been good. I'm just saying they babied him. They were scared to put him in front of the media. Faison Brandon this go around, I'm not going to hold that against him because he hasn't won the job. Like, obviously, it's not his team just yet. So, like, yeah, I'm not saying they should have brought him to SEC Media Days. But I thought last year you could have brought Joey, and Joey would have handled it well. I mean, all the questions would have been about his journey and, like, but I thought you could have put him out front and center, and I think he would have handled it well and spoken about, his journey, but also put Tennessee over. But I get why Josh Heupel didn't do it. But I will say that, like, to me, not sending a quarterback means you haven't really had a leader on that offense. You could try to argue about Joey, grabbing the leadership by the time the season rolled on, and maybe you're right. Maybe.
Well, it's because quarterbacks are forced into that leadership role.
Well, sure. Right. Like, the quarterback needs to be the leader of your offense. So, like, I appreciate Deshaun Bishop, going out there, but, like, I don't want my running back being the leader of my offense.
Does that kind of concern you a little bit then this season?
Well, again, I said with Faison, like, I don't expect them to take him to media days because he hasn't even won the job. Him being a true freshman, though, like, it would be a red flag. It would concern me, Bubba, if he shied away from it. Like, I don't expect it to be his team immediately, like, as a freshman, because I think that's tough. But, like, I don't want to hear the stories about, like, him sneaking out the back door in practice like you did with Nico, where Nico's like, oh, he just keeps to himself.
I mean, I feel like
I don't want that with Faison. I want Faison trying to be a leader.
I do feel, one, like, for biased reasons, but, like, Deshaun needs to be the leader on this team. One, because it's like, the journey, the grit, the grind, the walk on to earning that never wavering in terms of transferring or anything like that.
Being a Tennessee boy.
And it's tough because it's like you can't – I mean, you can, but, like, you can't really have these transfer guys as leaders if they've only been here now for, like, 2 years. Maybe you can if you feel completely comfortable with them, That's for guys like a Pendleton and Wendell.
It just needs to be a quarterback, man. Like your quarterback, I think every successful team would tell you the quarterback was a leader. And, like, Josh Heupel knows that because Josh Heupel got credit for being the leader at Oklahoma despite probably not being the best player on that team. They had NFL guys all around. I know he finished second for the Heisman, but, like, it's kind of crazy he finished second for the Heisman when you look at his stats. His stats were not good that year. But, like, everyone talks about his leadership abilities. So, like, if anybody knows that your quarterback needs to be a leader, I would say it'd be Josh Heupel. And I do wonder if he regrets not throwing Nico into the water and saying, hey, it's time to swim. You got to do this. No more sneaking out the back door at practice. Get in front of here, talk to the media, learn how to do this. Lead your guys. So, like, I don't need Faison to, like, be that rah-rah guy from day one, Bubba, but he needs to, like, be working towards that. Same as, like, Cam Ward last year, for example. Like, I don't think you'd say Cam Ward was the leader of the entire team. Like, that'd be Jeffrey Simmons. But, like, Jeffrey Simmons will tell you, like, Cam Ward was trying to be the leader of that offense from, like, early on in, like, training camp, like, trying to get in fights with the defense and, like, standing up for his guys. Like, and now I would say in year 2, like, it's a co-leadership thing where it's going to be Cam Ward's team and Jeffrey Simmons' team. So, like, Faison needs to kind of come in there as a freshman and fight to earn that respect and fight to be that leader.
Do you think it's similar, though?
Similar to what? Cam Ward
was like, obviously top draft, pick compared to Faison, which is he the top recruit?
I mean, it's similar in that regard. Yeah, like the franchise quarterback versus the franchise quarterback in the NFL versus the program quarterback in college. Yeah, like I said, I hope that Faison grabs that. And then, like, next year he comes to SEC Media Days because he's still on the team. He's the leader of the team, and he's solidified there.
But what if it's George?
I think this conversation is why I've been so anti-George, is that I feel like even if you didn't have the play on the field in your, year that you've been in the system, I just don't feel like we've heard anything about him being a leader in that locker room type of thing and being a guy that can go, like, take that offense and, take the bull by the horns and go lead that thing. I feel like that would have been something that would have been leaked out of, like, Faison's got to go lead this team because George McIntyre's been here for a year and can go do that better. Yeah, I just feel like we haven't heard that.
No, 100%. And that was part of the math in saying that, like, hey, when Faison made up that gap within 3 months, 4 months, and the wide receivers are throwing with him and, like, gravitating towards him, George didn't have anything to stand on anymore because he hadn't earned that locker room. Like, that's why, like, not to go back and talk about Nico again, but, like, that's why it made sense for Josh to start Joe Milton. Like, I wanted Nico, but I understood, like, hey, that's the leader of your team. He's got the respect of his team. He's paid those dues. It never felt like George took advantage of that. Send us a break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. I don't want to do another day of discourse online about crystal balls, but like, does this to you make you feel like it's a near a done deal? What percentage do you have of Tennessee landing Gabriel Georges at this point?
I mean, I feel good, 90%, something like that, with what these big wig guys have got leaking out. But
I'm pretty sure NACO's never really does high school crystal balls either.
Really?
Like, I'm pretty sure NACO's has only kind of been like a transfer portal guy. So like, him coming out and putting the stamp on for DGG was to me a pretty telling thing.
I know that like the last thing that Ohio State fans on Twitter are holding on to was how late they flipped Chris Henry Jr. from Oregon, but I think Ohio State's like wide receiver pedigree versus coming to Tennessee to, play running back, I think is a little bit of a different story.
There's still a timeline, though, where they can absolutely load up right now, give this guy the huge.
Are you just always damn negative, Bubba? Do you ever look at the glass half full?
I mean, this bottle's pretty full, yeah.
Do you ever just look and say, man, things are good?
At times when I recognize that they're good.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't want to get my heart broken by an 18-year-old.
That's probably a pretty good mentality to go through life, Bubba. I think you should continue doing that. Try to avoid the 18-year-olds if possible. But, like, let your guard down every now and then, brother. Let your guard down. But, I mean, you're not wrong. Ohio State could come and make a final big-time offer, but I feel like that's probably – I think it goes back to what I said last week, Sam. I don't know if you remember. I was talking about like I kind of thought that maybe like the decision gets made by Sunday night and then you start having some things trickle out.
Mm-hmm.
That he would like – you come to a understanding by the end of the weekend, then you go into the week and it's more about the celebration and like getting all your ducks in a row. That was the timeline I kind of saw playing out, was like, hey, you don't want to get to Wednesday and still actually be undecided. You want to come to your final decision as a family. You probably get together on a Sunday, and then you go on about your work week. You go on about your week, and it's all about trying to get this done. And I do think that yesterday you kind of saw that play out with, okay, here's NACO's Monday morning putting this out.
The timeline of all the leaks happening does feel, it makes you feel confident. There's not many other ways to spin that one, especially with just, it's two of their top guys, Wilt Fong and Nakos there.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it gets too much better than that.
Yeah.
Having to wait till 5:30 sucks, really. Wish it was like just in the afternoon, like 2:00 or something like that.
Yeah, no, I don't know what could happen tomorrow to have us rehash
8 a.m.
this conversation again. I wasn't expecting to have it all day, today. And then you're not wrong. I mean, the Wiltfong bomb is noteworthy. It is noteworthy. I got that news as I was sitting here dissecting the Drive's 90s movie draft.
What do you think won?
I think Walker cleared pretty easily.
Is it just because Good Will Hunting?
I do love Good Will Hunting. That is my favorite movie. So that is partly because of that. But also, like, I thought his overall body of work was just much better, too. Like, Shawshank Redemption and The Silence of the Lambs are also, like, maybe second and third on the list of 90s movies for me.
It was a very good list that Walker put out.
The Usual Suspects is good. I feel like I've only seen that once, though. But I know it's, like, iconic. I feel like Walker... And I don't even know if Walker's even seen all those movies.
I think he has. I was listening. I'm pretty sure he has.
I listened for a bit of it.
I liked Bob's list, too.
Yeah, no, Bob's list is good. I don't love A Few Good Men as much as Bob.
I'm going to say Bear's list is pretty good. Just because I like Dazed and Confused a lot. I like The Big Lebowski a lot.
Yeah.
Having Tombstone up there, too. Great movie.
Okay. I mean, the voting results are all pretty close. Bob's a distant last, which I don't necessarily agree with. Because I do think Walker's a clear-cut number one for me. And to me, Bear and Bob were pretty interchangeable. I don't love The Big Lebowski the same way everyone else does, or Tombstone the same way everyone else does. I think Heat's kind of overrated as a movie, to be honest. I like Heat, don't get me wrong, but like it being Bear's number one overall pick, or not, his first round pick,
How much credit? I mean, like Heat and Dark Knight are pretty damn similar.
Yeah, it is funny seeing those side by sides. But like, I just don't know how you do a 90s movie draft and not come out with like. You got to have, look, I think you have to have an animated movie on there. Like if I think I could take an undrafted list and beat their four, because I think you have to, there's three movies or there's two categories and four movies. So I don't think you have to pick all four, but like to me, a 90s movie, Sam, you have to have either Toy Story or The Lion King. One of the two.
I like that take, actually.
Because the 1990s, you cannot tell the story of movies without talking about the rise of either
that changed the way movies were made.
Right, either Toy Story with Pixar or The Lion King, just an absolute. I mean, it was up for Best Picture as an animated movie. So like you have to have one of those. I'm not going to say you have to have both. And number two, and both of these went undrafted. You have to have one of the blockbusters. You don't have to have both of them. But you got to pick one either between Titanic or Jurassic Park. You can't tell the story of 1990s movies without Titanic or Jurassic Park.
Well, they were saying that this was like the decade of Tom Hanks just dominating movies, and there wasn't a single Tom Hanks movie picked there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have
Forrest
to have.
Gump.
I feel like Forrest Gump needs to be on that list as well. But like, I'm not gonna argue about that. But like. Again, if I'm building a list of just undrafted, if I'm just taking the zombie pool in the fantasy league, I'll go to war with either Lion King or Toy Story. Pick one. Either one. Titanic or Jurassic Park. Pick one. Whatever. I do think Forrest Gump probably deserves on the list, but if you don't want to put that on there, you got to put Saving Private Ryan on there. You can't tell the story of the 90s without Tom Hanks. He's got to be represented in there somewhere. That's 100% correct. So again, pick one. Tom Hanks, Saving Private Ryan, or Forrest Gump. And then if you want your gritty like if you want your gritty action type of movie, like to me, Fargo is better than Heat.
I think they mentioned Fargo on there.
To me, that's better than Pulp Fiction, not Shawshank, Pulp Fiction, Heat, or Goodfellas. Like three of the first round picks, I'll take Fargo over. I would take The Matrix in terms of what it did to movies. The Matrix was completely innovative when it came out. It deserves some love. Me personally, I think the Blair Witch Project, for what it did to horror movies and the commercial box office success, I think it's a part of the conversation, or should be. Fight Club, if you want like just the kind of the dark comedy thing. Yeah, like I'd take so many of the undrafted movies and put 4 together that I think would mop the floor with all 4 of them.
I'm shocked Russell didn't pick Con Air. He talks about that movie more than anyone.
I get that he didn't pick it in the sense of like it's not a great movie.
Personal favorite, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a great movie, but like I think you can do the dumb action or like whatever, like the 90s movies that could scratch that itch while also being good. Like Speed could be the Con Air that was actually like pretty well received. But yeah, like I think you have to have a Hanks. I think you have to have an animated movie. I think you need a blockbuster because both Jurassic Park and Titanic were good movies, but also just like culturally so important.
I almost feel like they could do a separate draft of like late 90s.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fair. I mean, it's a long decade. It's a long decade. But I think I'd give the edge to Walker. Russell just likes like Westerns and like war movies, I guess, with like Dances with Wolves and Unforgiven and Braveheart. Just like
Josh Pate was in the replies on that tweet.
Was he?
Yeah, he said, "How did Walker get away with this?"
Yeah, I mean, Walker clears. Walker clears for sure. Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with some headlines. William Passy going to come play some trivia with us in hour 3. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup. and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Ay. Overrated, underrated on Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports said, not in my house, I ain't talking to Kim, babe. Johnny Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Donnie writes in, someone needs to tell Bubba. Bubba. Someone needs to tell Bubba to shut the heck. No. That high school recruiting is very archaic at this point. Miami and Indiana played for a natty and both attacked the portal with conviction. Get high school guys who can contribute within 2 years, retain guys you see potential in, and fill the remainder through the portal. Yeah, Bubba.
For a year and a half.
Shut the hell up.
Okay.
And it goes back to what we've been talking about here. Like you take the blue chippers, you invest big in them. Outside of that, take a couple low risk swings on some home runs, but otherwise, get you a quarterback every other year at least, and roll the dice. I'd treat it like I've maintained that I would treat the portal like the NFL treats the draft, or like their premium positions. If you can find some really good, like young stud edge rushers or offensive linemen, okay. If there's a stud wide receiver or quarterback, all right. I'd even throw a running back in college. I don't know if I'd spend a bunch of money on like cornerbacks, defensive backs in the portal, or excuse me, in high school recruiting, or just trust the portal there. I don't know what the success rate is there, but hell. Just prioritize all that to a different degree, of course. Let's hit some Hour 3 headlines. What you got, Bubba?
Really quick note, Doomsday trailer dropped yesterday for Marvel.
To me, I won't say I'm not a Marvel guy, because I'll watch most of the movies, or at least I did it in the last go round. I haven't watched any of the new ones. Like I didn't watch the new Avengers, the Thunderbolts, whatever the hell that was called, or the Gods. What was the one with Angelina Jolie wasn't in one, was she? What was the one? Wasn't there one with like the kid from We're the Millers? Will Poulter, was it? Didn't he play like a really like? What was the Will Poulter Marvel movie? You know what I'm talking about? Do you know who Will Poulter is?
Yeah, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, I think.
Wasn't he in? Okay, I thought he was in something else too.
Because he's supposed to be Adam Warlock.
Was that the first movie of the new? That was of the new universe, though, right? The Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I don't know, John. Their timeline went
either way. Either way.
Piss
I
forward.
haven't watched. Point being, I haven't watched since Endgame, but I watched Endgame. So, like on a Marvel scale, I'm like a 4.5 or 5 out of 10.
People are just going to show up in this movie.
Well, I was going to say everything about it just felt. I didn't even watch the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer, but I read some takeaways from it. But to me, releasing it with your little computerized CGI and everything, the weekend after the Odyssey dominated the box office and dominated the conversation, felt like bad timing. Because like Christopher Nolan has been getting so much love for you can say whatever you want about the casting. You can say whatever about woke and whatever. If you want to be mad about the Odyssey, you can be. But like everyone else, at the very least, has tipped their cap to like his attention to detail and his care. of like not going CGI for the big Cyclops, of like actually building the practical effects of the, you know, the 6-headed monster or whatever that comes out. I don't know what its name is. Of like taking his time of going like on the ship and going through the water, finding like locations across the world to film at. And then you get the new Marvel movie, and it's just all like CGI green screen stuff. Just felt the juxtaposition of those two just felt pretty stark. Did you watch it, Bubba?
I did.
Did it fire you up?
In some ways, but also at other points, it's like I had this money grab. Like,
yeah,
come on. Anyways, though, so there's a unfortunate update. So there's a situation that happened, I want to say over the weekend, where a professional boxer, training out of College Station, Texas, I believe, her name is Hannah Rapp, was unfortunately struck by a vehicle while she was biking with her boyfriend. And then the update to this is that the man who struck her has a history of reckless driving. So this situation is just going worse and worse. This Hannah Rapp was coming off of a title fight, though, where she's 8-1-1. But unfortunately, yeah, not a great situation happening there.
Okay.
For the boxing world. One thing that is cool, though, you know, more positive news, Carnell Tate making some news for free jerseys. And I think that's a really cool move.
Hell yeah.
How many is he going to give away? Do we know, Sam?
He just said
He
he's
didn't
like dropping them
specify the
somewhere randomly
amount,
in
but he
Nashville.
specified at least like the fact that he's going all from small all the way up to extra large. So he's got at least a couple jerseys.
What if he came back and say he's doing 2XL2 for the big boys? I didn't know. I didn't know like what the process was for him giving away. You're saying he's just dropping them off at places and like starting like a mad dash for them?
I mean, the tweet is like he's going to drop some location, right, Bubba? Do you have it in front of you?
I'd imagine he's going to partner.
Next week, or depending on the shipment, I will post a spot for y'all to get free jerseys, small through extra large. A gift from me to the city of Nashville. Thank y'all. Hashtag tighten up.
I mean, I would imagine he finds a local business to partner with, because I do feel like that'd be an easy way for a restaurant or somebody to get an extra 100 people to come in and eat. You cut him a couple $1,000 check to buy some jerseys, to help him buy jerseys, or maybe he doesn't even want that. Maybe he just wants to pay out of his own pocket. Either way, but like you have a restaurant, you have a business or something, you set up shop there. You say, hey, I got basically 200 jerseys, or ever how many 100 jerseys, first come, first serve.
I'm sure it'll be some sort of pop-up shop type thing.
It might be. It might just be something as simple as like, hey, come out to the corner of the street I'm giving away to. He might not try to find a partner to it or whatever. I just feel like maybe some type of charity. Like, I don't know. But either way, it's cool that Carnell Tate is going out of his way to get people representing his number. I'd imagine that'll be a very popular jersey in the new stadium. For all my Ohio State hate, we could all come together on Carnell Tate. A true VFL. And Titan for life, too.
3 quick notes about more things that happened in the MLB yesterday. One, Red Sox extend their streak to 14. Really cool.
How have we waited so long, Bubba, for you to give us this update?
Because yeah, we gotta have headlines.
I'm going to bet so much money on the Red Sox tonight.
Hey, do it until the wheels fall off. The Reds game though had two unfortunate situations.
I'm not going to do that. I'm too late to the roulette table.
The Cincinnati Reds were taking on the Seattle Mariners, and a couple things happened. One, there's a situation that's gone viral.
God, the Reds suck.
Where Reds pitcher Caleb Ferguson had some very choice words for umpire Bill Miller after he obstructed a fielder. Bill Miller, of course, was a character in Still Standing, not the same guy. But he called him a bleeping fat bleep. Get out of the way, fat mother bleeper. And then the Reds would go on to pitch to Cal Raleigh, which would be a mistake, as he absolutely launched that bad boy up into the left field bleachers to break the game open in an 8-0 victory. So egg on the Reds yesterday.
Yeah, they suck. I'm glad I didn't get sucked back in this year. And they started like the first month, like 10 games over 500, right? Weren't they like 20-10 or something like that? 20-12?
I mean, one bad moment doesn't define them. They got Chase Burns. They're fired up for that.
Yeah, but they suck the rest of the year. They've been terrible.
Some follow-up to come, though, for the Cubs game, as a guy smacked the back, assuming, hopefully this guy's not a kid, because that'd be a really bad look. But when the anthem was
I watched the video. It was an adult, but that was a very strange mix-up altercation in Chicago where they're doing the national anthem. One guy sitting. I've seen some people speculate the guy was foreign, so maybe he didn't understand the custom, which I don't really give a pass for, because if you're in another country and they're playing the national anthem, I think you would know to stand up. Like if I'm in Canada and they're singing "Oh Canada," I would stand up. Like
plus everyone else around you is standing.
Right. I don't know if he was trying to make a political statement or whatever, but a guy took it upon himself to basically go there and force him to stand up. And like he looks at him and says, "Stand up," and the guy's just kind of like, "No." So then he smacks him in the back of the head, which I don't think that's right either. This was not a big guy, though, like that was getting smacked. So, like, he couldn't really do anything about it. But I wonder if that guy makes a habit of going out and just smacking people around. That guy, he knew he could get away with it. Very strange. It was just very odd. Then he stands up and then he shakes the hands in front of the people in front of him. I don't know what the hell is going on. There's the people a couple rows ahead. It's like, hey, don't smack him. Like, don't do that. But yeah, I mean, like, the least you could do is stand up for the national anthem.
I'd imagine that dude was like some veteran too. You know,
I'm sure he was.
He's
Yeah,
served and be like, "Hey, show me a little respect."
Yeah, I'm sure that, or at least had somebody in his life that served. That he takes it seriously.
A really dumb thing happening around the UFC. Paddy the Baddy lying for clout that he bought Ilya Topuria's stool for over $13,000. It was not him. Instead, it was another woman who did. But the real joke is on her, as Paddy the Baddy got the headlines first, and she spent over $13,000 on a stool.
Did she buy it to give to Paddy the Baddy? Because I thought I saw him posing with the stool. Did he not have it in his possession? Or is that just a different stool that he was faking?
Could just be a red stool that looks pretty generic.
Okay.
And was faking. Because she felt the need to say, hey, actually, I bought this chair.
Some golf news. I think we all know that Liv is dead, or at least dying, but they took another blow yesterday as the Asian Tour joined the European PGA Tour Alliance and basically pulled out from any partnership with Liv. So another death blow for them. I think we all know it's done, but
I think John Rahm took Liv out of his Twitter bio as well, I saw.
What a win for the Spaniards.
It just feels like all those guys just kind of fell apart. Like, I mean, I do think that's what people thought was going to happen, and they did just kind of all fall apart. Like, Rahm can still.
I think Rahm's the most relevant still.
Yeah, because most relevant, like in terms of trying to win tournaments.
Yeah, like I still think he's out there in contention a lot of the times in majors.
Yeah, I don't feel like that. I think I kind of felt like, and it might not be the actual truth, but I kind of felt like Bryson shielded Rahm this year because I thought he was pretty disappointing in the majors too. But Bryson was the bigger story because he was actually missing the cut, whereas Rahm would like not be in contention, finish like 30th, maybe put together a good Sunday to get to like in the top 15, but like not really be contending at all. But we didn't really talk about that, and no one talks about Cam Smith anymore. And Joaquin Neiman, Sam, completely blew that parlay I gave out on Thursday.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you don't bet on Joaquin Neiman, but he's one of my guys I just never bet.
I like Joaquin Neiman. He usually plays pretty well, and like he had played really well at the U.S. Open outside of that one hole where he had like a 9 on a par 4. He would have won. Some of the golf people I said he was in good shape, good form, and all that. So I rode him, and yeah, he just double bogeyed like the second hole and just never. I don't know if you saw him Friday. He shot like 3 under on Friday. If he'd have got to the weekend, I think he would have made a charge. It's just he was so bad on Thursday. But yeah, Liv's dead. Liv's dead. Those golfers are all going to be kind of hung out to dry.
So Lamine Yamal is making some headlines here. Topps has now released a 1-of-1 card with Messi and baby Lamine, which is really cool. But then also, the guy apparently took some girl's girlfriend.
Yeah, I've seen this story. This is tough.
This poor guy.
What do you do? Because apparently this guy is like a big fan of this player, and then the player takes your girl. Like,
you're with the girl for 5 years, according to
so leaves you
this.
for a 19-year-old or 18-year-old. How old is he? 18, 19?
He just turned 19.
Yeah. That'd be tough.
You can't become a hater of the guy because, he's going to play another 20 years and be really damn good at soccer. And
And she only had to take 2 weeks to get over your, years.
Well,
relationship.
I'm assuming that guy's like a 100 millionaire. Like I'm assuming that player's already signed
Jamal, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's already signed contracts worth $100 million a year or whatever the equivalent is. I mean, whatever league he's in. So, like, you just kind of got to tip your cap and be like, at least I had somebody worthy of that. Maybe you don't watch soccer anymore, though, depending on how much you loved her. Or maybe you just tell everybody. Maybe you put that on a dating app. Maybe you put that, somewhere out there. Pictures of you and her and then the story. And, like, maybe you get some sympathy loving. Maybe somebody else is like, hey, if this guy could pull the same girl that this superstar did, maybe he's got something.
That's a spin. That's what I use, whatever. Because, like, here recently, we've been going out and Dalton Connect and the boys are still in town, believe it or not.
Dalton Connect is still in town?
Not him specifically, but other former VFLs are.
You said literally Dalton Connect. You did.
I know.
You threw Dalton Connect under the bus. Surely he's not still in town.
I hope not. Didn't see him out this past weekend, but it is a little confidence boost because, like, hey, me and these, world-class athletes here, we're in the same boat here, but also at the same time, it's like, I got to go up against this guy. I have better luck talking to a rock.
Well, it worked out for Ryan Gosling in that Hail Mary movie. He talked to a rock. They ended up becoming best buddies.
I don't know if I'd ever give in to having a robot girlfriend.
You don't want to give in to having a robot girlfriend?
No.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you have that goal for yourself.
But I do think that if there's a point in time in my life, if I'm like 45 and no woman to my name, we are picking up those wires.
Are you lonely?
At times, but also I don't really want to seek out anything right now.
What do you mean? Why not?
I don't feel like I'm in my best position for any relationship.
Are you
right
working?
now.
Are you working towards getting there?
I'd like to think so.
I just don't want you to become an incel, Bubba. I worry about my friends.
Well, that's voluntary, No,
incel is involuntary. That's what the N in incel stands for, is involuntary.
Then I'll spin zone it.
The incels, they want women but can't find women. That's the whole involuntary celibate thing.
Okay, spin zone. We're voluntary right now.
Right now you're voluntary, but that's why I'm asking. Like, are you wanting somebody? So if you're saying no and you're still voluntary, if you're a vol cell, I still worry about you, but not as much as if you're like, I really want a girl and I can't find one.
I mean, worst case scenario, I just go overseas and then just live in luxury.
Do some culture mogging.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? Didn't Clavicular talk about that? Like basically going into other cultures and finding women?
Oh, this guy, yeah. I want to know nothing about this guy, but I keep like
the green card marriage has been around for a long time.
Recently, I saw a picture of this guy with like 5 different cultures as a side piece, and it's like,
well,
wow, this guy,
that's what he's talking. That's his new thing. He's going into new cultures and taking their women.
And then if it
I think you could clean up in Japan.
Brother, those batting cages would not see anybody else like me.
Although they're
People
very
in Japan are too old, I think.
Well,
Isn't that an old country?
Well, it's an old country, yeah, because they're not having babies. The Japanese men and Japanese women are not getting together. Now, I will say that Japan is pretty proud of their culture. I don't know how they would feel about it.
You got to go down to South America.
Yeah. I just know the Japanese women are desperate to find men, but they probably want Japanese men, or at least Asian men at the very least.
We will start a GoFundMe for my trip to Japan.
Yeah. They all just want to play video games. It's been going on for years. A decade of talking how the birth rate is it's cratered. It's not doing great in America either, I don't think. I think it's like negative too, but as long as you're still voluntary, Bubba, whenever you start getting close to the involuntary portion of it, you let me know and I will find you a woman.
We could get Bubba a job at that Tennessee like whiskey bar.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And then he could find Japanese baddies on the side.
That actually would probably feel like Bubba's dream, honestly. Just go hang out with Yoshi.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I don't
still feel like you're back at home because like all the Tennessee people that are going to visit Japan are clearly going to that bar. Be like, yeah, Carnes, big bad Deshaun Bishop.
Although you could tell him you're a celebrity, Bubba. You could tell him you're on the radio. Although I feel like a part of Yoshi's whole thing is that he runs the bar by himself. I don't think there's any other like workers there.
Surely the guy needs a little bit of help.
You would think so, but I don't know how the Japanese culture is in bars. Like I don't like you can get by like in here of like, oh, you only get tips or something like that. But like I don't know if you can do that in other countries.
I'll become a salaryman and just frequent there every day.
There you
Living
go.
up to the Japanese culture.
Yeah.
And then lastly,
I feel like Bubba would thrive in the Japanese culture.
A Costco is going under fire up in Nova Scotia. Shout out Frankie, as they are giving out samples of water and toilet paper.
Frankie the Weatherman?
I'm Frankie from Nova Scotia, Canada. Love that guy.
Tuesday trivia coming up next. Stick with us.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
All right, let's play a little Tuesday trivia. Shout out to William Pattison of the Playbook coming to sit in to play. He'll be teaming up with Bubba as we
William
play.
is at a disadvantage.
Why?
He has to possibly get, just smack talk with John. He's got me on his team. There's a reason why they don't let me play trivia, William.
Well, John doesn't faze me. Maybe a year ago, but
that's true. We don't argue anymore.
Not anymore.
William's grown.
William has grown.
I'm a grown ass
John
man
hasn't
now.
though.
Grown-ass man.
I chalk it up a successful story of bullying. We bullied William into maturing. It's great. I take a lot of credit for that. So, all right, Sam, what topics do you have for us today? What categories?
Today's categories, we have general Tennessee coaches, ice cream brands, cover athletes, and the Milky Way.
Oh, no. General Tennessee coaches. Bubba, William, when are you guys got to keep up with this? Which one of you guys are keeping up with it?
Bubba's on a napkin back here, so.
Bubba's riding on a napkin. Okay,
Go on
good.
the back of these.
All right.
On the back of
I
that.
can't waste the instruction paper, Sam.
You want
General
a piece of paper?
Tennessee coaches, ice cream brands, cover athletes, the Milky Way. Since William was kind enough to come be a guest, I will defer to he and Bubba. You guys can decide if you want to go first or second.
Let's take first, right?
Want the ball?
Yeah, we want the ball.
They want the ball.
Yeah, we're driving.
We need to establish who team captain is here, though. So who's giving the final answer? William.
All
right. So
he's
you're in
on
charge
camera.
of,
He's a pretty face over here.
You're in charge of picking things, William,
Okay.
and running the trivia. So pick your category.
All right, so each category's got 1 through 5.
1 through
correct?
5. 5's really tough. 1's really easy.
All right.
2, 3, and 4 kind of vary.
And Bubba and I can converse on it, correct?
Yes. That's why I made you the captain. So
Got it.
you get the
Got it.
final answer.
Got it. Okay. Cover athletes. These are video games. I know these pretty well. Well, a 3, just kind of start off even. How do you? That good?
3 is standard for everything here. Cover athletes. The only issue is foreign versions have different.
Okay, we don't
athletes.
need a whole damn powwow about this. Cover athletes for 3.
Cover athletes for 3. Who was the cover of NBA 2K26?
NBA Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That is correct.
That cover athletes is like Williams, maybe his wheelhouse.
I know the fact that William got in this one today is definitely,
I know. So I'm going cover athletes for 4 under the guys that I'm hoping it's olds and at least blocking them from getting it because I do think they'd get most of them.
We'll get 5.
MLB The Show 2017.
Oh, look at that.
This might actually be the one I played. Because this is when I was playing the show back then. This might actually be the one I used to play. Although I don't. 2017. So Jeter would have been retired by then. 2017.
This guy doesn't know.
No, you don't know it.
No, I don't know it. I'm trying to just think of who the best players were around that time, Bubba. No, I don't know who it. 2017, I'm going to go with. It's not going to be him, but. I'm going to go with Mike Trout, even though I don't think that's correct.
You would be looking for Ken Griffey Jr.
I don't think Jeter's ever been on an MLB The Show.
Well, I knew Jeter wasn't the guy. I was just thinking, okay.
Because he
Ken
just
Griffey.
recently got licensed like 2 games ago.
Okay.
So can
I
we?
assume you guys didn't know that one, right?
Oh, I don't play MLB The
Damn
Show.
it. I blew it. It's
Hell
terrible
no.
strategy. Did you know it, Bubba?
I wouldn't have guessed Ken Griffey.
10 terrible strategy by me, but no steals.
I would have guessed like Yasiel Puig.
Yeah,
but that
right,
was 14.
yeah. Can we still go in the same category though?
Yeah.
Sure.
I have a feeling that 5 is going to be like NHL. I don't know NHL, but we can take 2 and then take a nice comfortable lead at 5. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Let's do 2.
Cover athletes for 2. Who was the cover of Madden 2004?
That's a 2?
Oh.
You know it?
Hold on. Wait.
2K5. Well, there were a couple of games.
Yeah, it's okay. 2K5 was TO. 05 was either Ray Lewis or it was.
I know Mike Vick was on one.
Sean Alexander was 07.
Madden 04.
Madden 04.
Oh, man. I was hoping this was going to be I felt like 3 was easy. So I was thinking 2. I don't know 2004. I can give a guess, though. I know they had 2 games out, though. There's 2K4, there's 2K5. They had a split.
2K4 was Warren Sapp, I think.
What do you want?
Madden 04.
Five seconds.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick is correct.
Bang. Yeah.
Vic 04 was a big
Cheat
deal.
code. Yeah.
All right, we're scrambling a little bit. Let's get Tennessee coaches for 3.
Tennessee coaches for 3.
It's gonna be embarrassing if I miss this. I wanted to avoid it.
How many times has Karen Weekly taken the Lady Vols softball to the Women's College World Series since taking over as full-time head coach in 2022?
And by World Series, we mean just
to OKC.
Yeah, not the actual championship
Correct.
series. You said since taking over as the main
Full-time
person?
head coach, yeah, in 22.
Oh. So does 22 count? So she took over in 22, so you're counting 22, right? So
yes.
Okay.
Since she took over as full-time head
22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Have they not made it every year except the year they lost to Alabama? Have they made it 4 times? 4 times is my guess.
You would be looking for twice.
They've only made it twice in the last 5 years?
23 and 25.
They just made it 26.
That would be correct. You are correct.
But that, I still said 4.
3.
Yeah.
3 is
Yeah.
the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
3 the right answer because they've been to 3 out of.
I definitely
4.
had just 2 written down, and I hit 2 on the numbers thing instead of 3.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's 3.
3 out of the last 4.
I thought the only year they missed it was when they lost to Alabama.
Damn it. Wrong, though.
Wow.
Wow.
Yikes.
Big opportunity here for
Yikes.
Playbook Pat and Bad News
Playbook
Bubba.
Pat, that's a good name.
Yo, Willy Wonka. You an eater, William?
What now?
Are you an eater?
Let's not throw me in that category. We can do the ice cream one if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah.
We'll do ice cream for 3.
Ice cream for 3. Established in the Bronx in the 60s, which foreign-sounding name only sold vanilla, chocolate, and coffee to start?
Haagen-Dazs.
That is correct.
Yeah. Cool.
Jesus.
John in a hole.
I know. Give me General for 3.
General for 3. What does SUV stand for?
Oh, no. All right, the U and V stand for utility vehicle, I'm pretty sure. Does the S stand for just for standard? Standard utility vehicle? Is that right? Yeah, special utility vehicle? Ooh, is it special or standard? Special utility vehicle. Standard utility vehicle. I'm going to go standard utility vehicle.
You would be looking for sports utility vehicle.
God.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't even think about the S in sports.
Man, look at the comments, too. Well, man, everyone's like, man, this guy's the smartest guy in the room.
I know.
And it's not you.
I know.
Clearly.
I know.
William's loving this.
God.
All right, so we have a 8-0 lead.
8-0 lead right now.
We
Yeah,
can
we can't blow this either.
we can coast a little bit here. Go for some 1s or 2s.
Yeah. I know the food groups well, though. Let's go ice cream for 2. Do you want to do 2 or 4?
Let's do 4.
4. Give us the meat.
Ice cream for 4. Trying to put them in a big hole.
Give us
How
the meat.
many
What the hell?
flavors is Baskin Robbins known for having?
31.
That is correct.
Is that 4?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's in the logo.
12 knee. It is in the logo.
12. Hey, 12. Call 12.
Call 12. All of John's worst nightmares are happening. We've got John Morant references, and he's getting shut out in trivia.
No, I've switched my tune. I'm a John Morant guy now. I think he's going to do great in Portland. I think they're going to do a good job of revitalizing his career. Give me, I guess, Tennessee coaches for 4. Hell far, boys.
Who has spent 7 years as the head coach of the Tennessee men's golf team?
This is what I was afraid of.
Oh!
I don't know. I got no clue. DiPieto.
He just got an extension.
That is Coach Brennan Webb.
Yeah, apologies to Brennan Webb. I've never watched one hole of Tennessee golf. I know we've had some good moments, but I've not watched one hole of Tennessee golf.
John's gonna have to take a 1 or a 2 pointer for just a pity point.
I only scored 3 last week too. I'm pretty sure. I did terrible last week too. This is maybe my worst back-to-back performances in trivia history.
There's a conspiracy about last week.
Yeah, I was letting Cody win.
Thrown that game for
Cody. I was letting Cody win on his way out, but this one I'm just getting my ass kicked.
Yeah.
I knew when the categories came out it was gonna be bad, but I didn't know it was gonna be this bad.
Cover athletes or ice cream for 5? Which one?
We can do cover athletes.
Cover athletes for 5.
FIFA 2024.
Damn. Let me see. I don't play FIFA. I was hoping it was going to be like an NCAA a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like you're going to make me name like Matt Ryan and all those guys. FIFA 2024. It's some kid on Arsenal. Or not Arsenal. Barcelona. FC Barcelona. I don't know him though. We'll just go Messi, Ronaldo. What do you want to do? Unless you know it.
No, but the only Barcelona guy I know who last played way long in the day would be Ronaldinho.
Yeah, not him.
He was 08.
We'll go Ronaldo.
Erling Haaland.
Yeah, we weren't getting that.
Congrats to him.
Congrats to him.
Oh, is that the guy from
Norway?
It's the Norwegian.
Oh, I don't play FIFA. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
General for 4.
Which country would you find Mount Kilimanjaro in?
Oh God, this is something you should know.
2 of my buddies just summited Mount Kilimanjaro this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? You went all the way to the top?
Shout out Trey and Chap.
Do they have to hire a what do they call those guys?
Yeah, they did like a whole it was like 11 days long.
How long was their flight?
Pretty damn long.
Where did they connect to? Do you remember like what airport did they fly into? Do you know?
New York.
And then from New York to
couldn't tell you that international airport, honestly.
Mount Kilimanjaro. This is embarrassing. What a terrible performance. All right, so if they went to New York, that means they probably went to Europe. Mount Kilimanjaro.
My friend also had the urge to run a 100-meter dash to be the first person to ever run a 100-meter dash on Mount Kilimanjaro.
Did he get to be like in the record book?
I don't know. I'm sure you got to have some official person there, but he posted on his Instagram. He was like, first official 100-meter dash on Mount Kilimanjaro.
This guy's doing flight maps to try and figure out where it is.
I don't know the answer, but
can you give me a continent?
I was going to say the country that came to mind. It's not right. It's going to be embarrassing. The country that came to mind was Chile. I don't know what the hell it is.
That's not as bad as we guessed. I thought
Uruguay,
Nepal,
Tanzania.
Oh, okay. Your friends flew to Tanzania?
Yeah.
How far of a flight is that?
Long, man.
I can't give you a continent. Is that Asia?
Africa.
I can't give you a continent. I'm stupid. Well, congrats to you guys. You guys won. Keep going. Round 6.
We're having fun.
You've never been a geography guy, you know?
I never have
I'm
been.
not either.
You a space guy?
Oh, we're not. I don't know space at all. Whatever. I mean, unless you really want to do that, I'd rather just keep. I want to pile on points. I want to kick ass. Let's do one for cover athletes if we haven't done that already.
NCAA football 14.
NCAA football 14. That's Denard Robinson.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
I'll do Milky Way for 3.
This planet rotates on its side.
Why did I do Milky Way for 3? I don't know anything about planets.
I mean, yeah.
Uranus.
That's correct.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Not even the 3-pointer.
We did it.
The foul play.
We did it.
What are the other ones we've got left?
You've got all of that Milky Way category besides 3. Cover athletes has been taken up.
Ice cream 5.
Ice cream for 5.
Let's do it.
How many cows per day does Bluebell ice cream use their milk from?
Huh. How many cows per day? Like, is this like a flat number or is it like a very specific, like?
I'd say it's a flat number.
It's pretty flat.
Cows per day.
Let's see. Bluebell in Texas.
Bluebell's got good stuff. Used to like it growing up. Can't eat it anymore.
Personal choice?
The allergies. That'd be a whole nother segment. We'll do, what do you want to say? 10,000?
I was going to go pretty low on this. I was going to go like 1,400.
Maybe 10,000 is a lot, but I'm just saying that is a lot of milk. I mean,
it's a big company.
Do we have a number of how many things they pump out a day? I guess that maybe.
How many gallons of liquid coming from a cow a day?
I mean, we'll go. I mean, yeah, 1,500. Let's do 1,500.
It's got to be way more than that. I was gonna say like 50,000,
60,000.
Okay.
Well, I guess at 10,000 I was a little bit higher, but yeah, that's a tough number.
1,400.
Yeah, I thought they were exclusive. You know.
I know, but why not 1,500?
Premium Wagyu cows.
Hey, they're getting those things down to the bones.
But
1,400.
But my question is just why 14?
Was it lower than 50?
I thought he knew it, so I was like, all right, let's do it.
If I was gonna, I feel like Sam Sell is pretty much a round number. Like it's not gonna be like either way. I can't talk to you guys. You guys kick my ass. You guys kick my ass at trivia. Who am I to question your?
Call 12
to question your strategy.
Are we at 13?
1,400 just seemed like a really weird answer. 60,000.
Williams emoting on John on the way out.
I got my ass kicked this time. I do feel like it was a little bit of a setup having cover athletes the time I asked William to come, but
I had no idea William.
Yeah,
was
I had no idea.
I was a listener.
You asked me 10 minutes ago.
That's good acting on you guys' parts, but give me general, I guess, for 5.
Which West African emperor is often regarded as the richest man in history?
Oh, come on, John.
I did think this was an easier 5.
Holy cow.
Wait, what?
Which West African emperor is regarded as the richest man in history?
Who is it?
Well, I'm not going to say it yet.
That's fine. Go ahead and say it.
Gandhi, right? No. Oh, okay.
Genghis Khan.
You know,
nope.
Oh, what?
Those are two, like,
you know what?
That is not West Africa.
All of this was worth it just to hear William say Gandhi was a West African emperor. Like all the aura that he just farmed over the last 15 minutes just completely went out the window. Thinking Mahatma Gandhi.
All right. Look, don't.
Genghis Khan is not West African either.
Time out. Don't let our ass kicking. And
Gandhi was not an
hot
emperor at all.
Yeah.
Don't let this. I might have made. It was a 5. First off, I don't know Western Hemisphere history.
Yeah,
does the name start with a B?
All that's fine. All that's fine and dandy. I don't care about you missing the question. It was come on, like it was so easy. And then you come out with maybe the worst guess possible. You think the richest person in history was Gandhi?
I don't even know. I can't even put a face to Gandhi. I just know the name, and it sounds rich. I mean, am I wrong?
Hannibal.
No.
What?
What's the answer?
Mansa Musa.
Oh, flipping bricks for Mansa Musa.
I definitely heard of that before. I thought it was borderline maybe a 4, but a tough 4. Definitely not Genghis Khan.
I mean, I've heard of Mansa Musa, but I definitely didn't think that was easy.
But you weren't getting it either. Like
I know I wasn't getting it either, but I didn't go, come on. And you guys act like it was so easy and then say Gandhi.
Okay, well,
At first I thought you thought it was Elon Musk. At first I thought you were really going to say Elon Musk is what I thought.
We could take
fair.
away the points that I just whiffed on that, and we would still beat you. So okay.
That's fine. But it was all worth it for me to hear you say Gandhi. I'm considering that a tie.
The two answers for me on that was
a tie.
A guy from India and China too.
Hey,
what was the Tennessee coaches for 5? Just for the audience, I'm sure they cared about that one.
Once an All-American player for the Lady Vols, who took over as women's tennis coach in 2016.
Come on, John.
I'm sure that was a big deal for people when that happens.
Candace Parker.
Who was the answer there?
You would be looking for Allison Ojeda.
I say it was a big deal for people, but I was locked in 2016. I don't remember.
Ojeda.
She played basketball and became the tennis coach?
No, she was a Lady Vols tennis player.
Okay.
The Lady Vols are.
I hear you.
That's a brand for every women's sport. That's not just the basketball.
Yeah. Okay,
team.
fair enough.
Candace Parker was my guess.
All right. That was a bad batch of trivia, but good job by you guys. You guys won. Worthy winners. Bad job by me.
Bad batch.
I thought
that's
crazy.
a lot of blame that's thrown my way for a guy that just
I thought it was a good,
fell into 3
I
points.
thought it was a good group. I thought the ice cream one was really creative, and there were some layups in there too.
When I say bad batch of trivia, Sam, I wasn't attacking the questions. I meant just bad performance by me. Is really what I meant. And I won't say that I completely looked into Uranus because I do feel like I've heard that it's just a weird planet.
It's fair.
Like when I think of weird planets, that's where my mind goes.
Uranus
it wasn't just like a
is a
Uranus
weird
joke
planet.
or anything. It's just like I've heard. We've done enough trivia questions where I've picked up that Uranus is a little weird. I'm not going to say I knew it, but it was like a 25% educated guess. It wasn't like a complete throw a Hail Mary.
You ever seen that dog? That dog meme. You know what I'm talking about? No,
side-eyed little.
Yeah.
Last call on the other side. You can listen to William on the Playbook today at 1 p.m. Give them a listen. They do a great job. They'll have some more DGG coverage for you and all thing Vols. And if anything cool happens at SEC Media Days. Sam, send us a break. We'll wrap this show up on the other side. Stick with us.
Here at Fan Run Radio, we're not just some podcaster streaming from his mother's basement, but we're also not a bunch of mouthpieces on state-run radio telling you what we've been told to say. We're the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Good job by you guys on the trivia. Good job by you guys just in general today. But it does get me down whenever I look stupid, and I've looked stupid the last 2 weeks. I got to go back to the drawing board. We'll have to let William come in and play next week too.
Defend the crown.
Let's try not to get anything like directly in his wheelhouse. I know that was just a coincidence.
Yeah, when I got sent that cover athlete category. So when you said, William, you want to play? I was like, oh, that's in his wheelhouse.
Well, honestly, it didn't even really benefit on that much because they missed the 5. I missed the 4. They got the 3, but I mean, that's fair in any category.
I think you lost it before answering, or even just like the strategy of just taking the 4, thinking that they would know the 4.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
honestly sunk you.
Yeah, it was probably bad. But also, like, I didn't feel very confident in the Tennessee coaches. I didn't feel very confident in the ice cream. I didn't feel very confident in the Milky Way. Generals up, hit or miss. Like, whenever the categories came out, I thought I might have been cooked.
Yeah.
Turns out I was. I missed a lot of trivia questions. Bubba, what else did we miss today?
That's a good question.
I ask you every day.
Yeah, I know.
You caught by surprise?
A little bit.
Okay, disregard. I'm not going to accuse William of cheating, but he did have his computer open to the chat the whole time, so I don't know if the chat was giving him answers or not. I don't know. I haven't looked at the chat. Oh, I just lost. I guess you could put Tom Hanks in the 90s movie draft. You could just throw Toy Story in the Tom Hanks category. I mean, it is the most successful movie franchise of all time at this point, I would say. Has anything outdone it? I mean, I guess the Fast and Furious franchise maybe has made more like box office money just because there's 10 of them. And those movies are huge in Asia. But like from a critical and a monetary standpoint, I don't think we have a better movie franchise than Toy Story at this point.
Yeah.
From a per movie basis.
Stood the test of time.
Well, critically it stands up for sure. It makes $300 million minimum every time it comes out. There's 5 of them. I would say that's about as successful as a movie franchise as you could have. I almost put Terminator 2 on my list, but there's a part of me that thinks if you're like in the even year, that it's really like the decade before, because I think the decade is like 81 to the end of the year. So Terminator 2 being a 1990 movie, I actually give it to the 80s. I think of it as an 80s movie. Is that bad logic, Bubba? Do you agree? Do you concur?
I've checked out right there.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I was looking at stuff we missed, and Kirby Smart just trying to get some clips.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Kirby Smart or farming, but it's just like we've talked about. Each decade's actually 10 years, so you go 10 years.
That's kind of what I think your point there is a little bit of what I was talking about, how you could make a category out of like late 90s movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, a movie that was released in like 1998 still feels drastically different than like 1992.
Or like, 1990. For sure. I mean, the 90s in general, I think there's a big line of delineation around like 95, 96.
There was so much development in that decade.
I don't know if every decade feels that way. I mean, that's the one I was born in, so you saying it makes me think that it was, and it's not just my experience. Like, I don't feel like the 2010s really split up between like, I feel like 2013, 2017 didn't feel that different. Mm-hmm. But like 93 versus 98 was like a whole different world.
Can't believe The Mask came out in 1994.
I watched a movie with Cameron Diaz in it last night, and it got me in her like IMDb, her filmography. So I did know that. I thought was The Mask 94 or 93. For some reason, I thought I saw 93 last night when I was looking at her thing. But either way, early 90s. I watched a movie last night, a rom-com that just nonstop 90s babes. The movie was so weird, and the guys in the movie were not very good. They were bad actors, and I don't think I've ever seen them in anything.
What movie was it?
She's the One.
I feel like I've seen that.
Not She's All That. Not that one. But like it had Jennifer Aniston, Cameron Diaz, Amanda Peet, Leslie Mann, just like, and then like some other girl that I didn't really know that was playing like another love interest, but like for that 4,
the cast.
Yeah, for that 4 of Jennifer Aniston, Cameron Diaz, Amanda Peet, and Leslie Mann, like that's kind of like peak 90s beauty right there. Then the guys acting in it just were not very good. It was a weird movie. Well, anyways, Bubba, there's your segment. Did your damn job for you. I filled in some things. What we missed, the movie I watched last night. Not sure if it was good or not. I liked it, all right, but beautiful women in it for sure. Okay. Tony Basilio coming up next. He'll have you covered on the world of Tennessee sports. Take some phone calls. William Pass in the playbook, the drive. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio.